All right, there we are.
We are.
With the camera over there, it looks like we're talking to each other.
Yeah, well, I think that's what we're hoping for, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, the problem I've got is when I switch to the gameplay, I'll be facing away from the game, so that kind of annoys me. So I'll figure out if I can fix that. I see Robert Lawrence saying, "Whoa, blaring loud now." Is it actually loud, or did you just turn your volume way up because the Wii menu music was low or something? Because I did have that running under the pre-stream. Yeah, I see Pillow Hacker said Sandy will be hyped for the Wii. And I was just telling Corey before we went live. So the HDMI mini cables, they can be kind of fiddly. And for some reason, the one I had hooked up to my Wii Dual wasn't working. And so even though up on the screen there was no picture and there was no Wii sounds coming out of the speakers, like Sandy was just like sitting patiently and staring at the TV. And she
just waiting for it to come on, right?
Like, I don't know how, like, the only thing I can think of is she might recognize the sound, like, because the Wii makes a very distinctive sound when you turn it on and there's no disc in the drive. It just kind of has there's kind of a, and
it makes a little beep. Or no, when you have a disc in it, it makes this like almost inaudible beep.
Does it make a beep when there is a disc?
I think so. It's like boom, boop. I don't know.
Huh, I can't think of that. But regardless, like something about all this, like let her know that, like, ooh, it's Wii time. And I don't know how she knew that, but she is very smart.
Let's get Wii-ing.
Yeah, you want to do it? Yeah, this is a stream idea that I had I've had for several weeks, because in the past like 3 months I've picked up a number of Wii games and I haven't got bothered to test them out or nothing. And so I thought
this should be fun. I have no idea what's in store.
Yeah, well, I mean, and
for us,
there's going to be a selection of stuff that might be kind of bad, stuff that might be good. You never know what you're getting into with the Wii.
We are talking about that Wii tonight.
Yeah, we are. This is the antithesis of the 1080p dream. I'm trying to.
So what are we seeing here?
Well, I'm trying to get the NDI camera to work. Is it going now? Come on. It was working in the pre-stream. There it goes. Sandy, look, it's the Wii. Look at the Wii. Watch this, Sandy. Watch this. I'm going to turn on my controller.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Oh, look at that. Yeah. It's almost the lateral movement more so than the hand. The hand is part of it. But it's oops, what happened, Sandy?
Sandy sees it and is thinking, oh yeah.
Sandy, you hit the reset button. I think she hit the reset button on the Wii. Because where she is where the Wii is.
It's okay, Sandy.
Even good guys blow it.
There's $1.99 from Madonna Sheehy saying a tip for Sandy's reset trick.
That must be what she did, because I'm looking at the Wii and it's a little bit askew. That might be a dangerous place for the Wii. Well, it's entirely possible that won't be the last time Sandy resets the Wii tonight. But let's
look at that chat. Look at it's like in that cabinet. Is that like an ultra wide? That's in that cabinet.
Oh,
there?
did you not see that when you were here?
No,
Here,
it looks like.
Let me turn it back on, because you haven't really seen too much of what's going on with this tower over here. Yeah, see the chat is on my old ultra wide and Tate mode.
That's crazy.
I could see it over there. This monitor has like the worst viewing angles ever. So, and that's what I put you on the little iPad screen there. See,
on the little iPad screen.
the little iPad monitor that you sent me.
Oh, okay.
I set up over here. I set up the the PlayStation 3D TV because I mean it's not super useful at that size at this distance, but it makes it a little easier for me to see, like, you know, if I like framed up the webcam correctly or something. So yeah.
Oh, he's the endless tunnel there.
Yeah. I'm really proud of what I did with the PS3 or the PS5 here, where like I have it on this little riser and I run all the cables behind the right left leg. You can just barely see the cables there and it looks like it's floating. Sandy's just waiting for that Wii to do something. Sandy's talking about that Wii. Sandy, are you talking about that Wii? Not talking about that PS triple. But yeah,
there was a couple of donations. There was $5 from EB Chill 2. Thank you. Saying new RetroTink firmware update is amazing. Playing Yakuza Dead Souls with HDR on the PS3. Wonder what the Wii is like.
I'm so far away that I can't seem to turn off the NDI source. Where is it?
The Tink is upstairs though.
Hang on a second. Where's the NDI source? Where is it? Oh, there it is. There.
I just installed the firmware today, and I just messed around with it on the Genesis, and it's pretty interesting.
Oh, wait, what are we talking about? The RetroTink?
There was like
HDR,
there's a donation
HDR?
from yeah. EB Chill 2 is saying that they're playing Yakuza Dead Souls and HDR on the PS3. I wonder what it's like on the Wii.
Ah.
I don't know. I just installed it like a couple hours ago and just tried it with Sonic, but I didn't really get into it too much.
Wait, were you saying Yakuza Dead Souls is on the Wii?
No, on the PS3.
Oh.
Is what EB Chill 2 has been playing Yakuza Dead Souls with HDR on the PS3.
Oh.
And
through the RetroTink.
Like.
That's interesting.
There's also $5 from RC saying my dog went crazy for Sandy. She's a mini Aussie. So almost the same size.
Ah. So I didn't know anything about. I bet no one. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows anything about this game. I sure don't know anything about it really. When Audie was here in May, he saw this and he's like, "What the heck is this? I need this." And we saw another copy at a store in South Carolina. This is interesting. I feel like I've never seen this before, where the game itself, like a third-party game, is using like the system level Wii pointer. I feel like I've never seen that before. Sandy is still into it.
Well,
but
that
anyway,
probably says a lot about the game.
so it says on the front that it comes with 4 pairs of 3D glasses. Mine did not. Audie's did, but mine came with, there's like a lenticular insert on the cover. It's actually like really cool. It's like it's
Super Flash was saying it's a rail shooter. But
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to spoil any games for you. I don't want to spoil anything. Ty McGinnis is saying this is one of my favorites on the platform. You need the 3D glasses.
well, you know, we could test out the 3D before, because I do have some 3D glasses.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're just like the red and blue ones.
Exterminate the giant scorpion.
Yeah, I've got
3,
some.
2, 1.
Well, I've
This looks like something I'd like.
I know, like, I mean, how bad can a rail shooter be, you know?
Right.
Like, you really have to screw up to make a bad rail shooter.
Scorpion boss.
That said, how do you reload?
Oh, jeez, it's a giant scorpion.
Okay, I think you reload. By. Wait, what was
Taking it.
was that what I can't figure out if that's indicating like a dodge mechanic. Oh, okay, that might be a dodge mechanic. Okay, even though the timing is weird, like, I think as long as you do that at any point before he swings, then you do it. So it's like, it's not super timing intensive.
I guess if you have a nunchuck attached, you can use the button on there. Too,
Oh, really?
Do the same thing.
I'm low on ammo. I need that. But you know, I tried the Switch House of the Dead remake. If you do want to know how to screw up a rail shooter, that does seem pretty bad. Like, the frame rate is just like so.
Have
you tried
I'm
it?
just hoping that the PS4 version gets a physical release, because that has, I guess they patched in move support on it.
That's
And
pretty cool.
just for some reason, last week I got my move hooked up, because I'll get into that in a minute. But I went on the PS3 store and just got like House of Dead 3 and 4 to use with like the gun, and I got it working pretty good. There, you know, I got onto the PSN store on Monday, I think, on the PS3, because that's the only way to get PS3 games at this point. Is you can't do it through the web store either. You got to add money on the web store or on a different system, and then you can only buy the PS3 games on a PS3. And I noticed that there was like it was pretty weird. And I'm not sure if anybody else wants to check this out. They should, because I was surprised, is I think that the PS3 store is like breaking down before our eyes.
Oh,
There's certain things that were like free that I don't think were supposed to be free. Like the reason I got the Move controllers out is because the Sports Friends, which has like the Johann Sebastian Joust and a couple of other things, was free. Like, I'm not sure if it was meant to be free.
Oh yeah,
but
that
on the
was
PS3
in
store, it
John's
was free.
video today. The
Yeah.
Sports Friends.
Yeah, but it's you know, it's also on. If you get it on there, you get the PS4 version and also the PS, like, you know, it works on PS5. So I mean, it's worth logging in to see if it's free for everybody. The other thing I was very surprised is free, and I was pleasantly surprised. Is like, so I just went to like the front of the store and I did a search for like anything, like,
Oh no.
I did a search for like, you know, like price like $0 to $1, and like several things show up, and I was very happy to find that the like 12 additional DLC characters for Capcom Cross Tekken was free. These characters were in the Vita version, but they you had to buy them for the PS3 version. And for the longest time, I think when I checked last time, it was $25. Okay, so Sports Friends was a PS Plus game at one point. So that's what I thought, but I downloaded and installed them, and there was no expiration date. And I installed some things that were... I installed a couple of things that were on my PS Plus list, and they all had expiration dates on them. Like if you go to information. So Sports Friends does not have an expiration date. But the 12 characters for Capcom Cross Tekken, or Street Fighter Cross Tekken, whatever it is, was also like free. It's like the install key, because all the characters were like in a patch. But I logged in. I feel like they may have just like set that to be free, because if they're taking that down, and then these characters, like, they'll never be able to buy like all these characters for this game. Not that I think it was all that successful anyways, but I was very surprised. And there's a couple of like rock band songs that were free that I wouldn't expect to be free. Like there was like a Queen song that was free, and a Talking Heads song that was free. So I don't know, like that seems like a weird choice to just be like free songs. 10 minutes ago there was $5 from $6.66 from Martini Gaming.
Oh,
thank you. Saying, now I want to play Ghost Squad Wii. I mean, you have Ghost Squad. I think I got it for you.
And I did boot that up at the end of a stream randomly a while back. Hang on, let me get a pair of 3D glasses and let's look at the 3D mode. If you have a pair of 3D glasses, get them too.
And if you don't, it's okay, because
even good guys blow it.
There was two $10 donations. I'll start with the $10 from Mega X6. Thank you. Won't be able to stay long because we have store inventory all night tonight. Still want to give my support. Have a great evening. Thank you. You know, like, it's just, I remember doing inventory, like when I worked at EB, it was like always an overnight thing, and it sucked. So when you say the voice, the laughter, it was distorted, is it just because it's too loud? Because I turned it up a little bit. How does this sound?
Oh, yeah.
Give me an oh yeah or a
chicken.
I'm not sure if Good Vibe Collecting is here.
What about Good Vibe Collecting?
Good Vibe Collecting sent me a message and said, "Hey, you should add
chicken
from Tekken into your soundboard." And before that, he was like, "Oh, you should put the oh yeah from Earthworm Jim."
Oh, yeah.
So I got some other ones, and as you might have heard, the Sarah Bryant going,
even good guys blow it.
So
that.
Oh.
And also,
imagine losing to this bozo.
So, like, way back in the How to Beat days, I got on Amazon like this pack full of, like, there were several more. I mean, it might have been like 10 3D glasses at some point for some gag in a How to Beat video, and I don't even remember what it was or which episode it was in. Oh yeah, look at these 3D glasses, Sandy.
all right, I turned on my mic a little bit. There's that was too loud.
What is that? What is that on my face? So someone said that if you use a nunchuck, you can apparently reload or something. Cause the shake to reload would get tiring pretty fast, I think.
Yes.
Okay, let's resume in 3D.
But by all means.
Please continue.
Reload.
There was also $10 from Dad1153. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying, what a coincidence. I just got a rare Wii game, XT's Fragile Dreams, from a local NYC retro store. Most expensive game I've ever bought. It was so worth it and right up my RPG alley.
Yeah, you know, that I was interested in that when it came out, and I wish I got it because I've since heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I you know, the name sounds familiar, but I can't tell you what it looks like.
Yeah, John really likes it.
Well, Chungo is saying that Sports Friends is showing up at $14.99 for me. What was very loud? Is it just like the soundboard's like I feel is it just a setting here? Hang on, let me just see.
Corey was
some sort of setting.
was significantly louder for me than usual, so I don't know. I thought I had it adjusted pretty good, but maybe not.
Let me hang on. I'm just gonna see. I imagine that. I mean, I can turn it down from here, so maybe if it's everything, I can turn that down. If I go down to 90, maybe it'll sound better. I mean, is this any better?
The 3D is not that amazing.
Okay, now it's perfect.
But you know what? I'm going to leave a pair of 3D glasses in the case for the game, just in case. Well, this actually seems pretty cool, I think. What are pickups?
So what can you tell me about Fragile Dreams?
Gosh, I don't know anything about it, really, other than it's like kind of this like. It sounds like something you would like because like I think it's like kind of got a somber, melancholy sort of mood to it that you get into that kind of stuff sometimes. I don't know much about it though, but the visuals looked really cool in the screenshots I remember seeing. It got kind of so-so reviews, which, you know, who cares about reviews? I probably shouldn't have paid attention to that and just got it at the time because I did think it looked cool. But yeah, this game actually, I mean, this is like a $7 game or less. So like this seems pretty solid. It looks like it has 4-player co-op, maybe a lot easier if you have 4 players. Normal mode was kind of tearing me up a little bit. But let's switch to something else.
All right.
Please continue.
That's from Afterburner Climax.
Oh, okay.
Also from that I have
You did it!
and
You lose.
so we can cover anything that like any good or bad scenarios. There was also $5 Canadian from the importer. Thank you. Saying, Corey, I've recently soft modded my PS3 Slim and added a 1 terabyte SSD. I'm having fun filling it with games and DLC that I've gotten from the high seas. So I have a PSP or PS3 Slim, like the early Slims that you can, I guess you can hack. It should like I plan on doing it at some point. But I just like. I feel like I get really caught up on like once I kind of get a system all hacked up, I get kind of obsessed with just like making sure that everything is sorted on it. Ooh, this is a way forward game. This is your case was pretty destroyed.
It's
like a big chunk out of
well,
it.
it's not that bad though. like I'm just not gonna worry about it because like the bottom of the back part of the case is like busted out, but like you can't like it closes and you can't see that it's broken from the spine or the front, only from the back or the bottom. So
Yeah, well, you know,
I'm just not gonna worry about it.
you're gonna
'Cause
blow out one
otherwise-
of those sides. The back or the bottom is like the way to go.
Otherwise, it's in good shape. So.
Yeah.
So this, I had never heard of this game until, you know, we were at The Grid with you and John and Audie, and nunchuck is required. I figured it wasn't, so I figured this would be like a horizontal Wii remote game. Yeah, I had never heard of
I'm
this.
pretty sure that it is. Not a horizontal Wii remote, but I think that it's, you know, it's like a 2D game.
It is, yeah.
I think I bought this brand new at one point for
Really?
like, I think it might have been $4.99.
I had never heard of this. Like, I assume it's based on. I guess I'll train. Is it based on like a on like a show that was on at the time?
I think so, yeah. There's
Yeah.
$2 from Joshua Helmicke saying my favorite console of all time, the Go-At.
I mean, you know, I think
Let's see. What should we start with?
I think the Wii.
Perfect.
Oh, B jumps for some
Going to be
reason.
looked upon fondly.
Great. Try again.
Wait.
Way to go. I knew you could do it.
Oh,
Imagine having to.
but I like the Wii. I mean, I feel like
On
it's.
the control stick and the C button to flip over whatever's behind you.
The Wii system is going to, I think it's going to be looked upon like fondly. For,
Yes.
You know, like, I think it's going to be,
Hey, not bad.
like, eventually it's going to be like one of the
Now what you
ultimate
doing, huh?
hidden gem
Next up.
systems.
Yes.
Roll. You better back
Uh,
up for this one. Press
that's-
down on the control
that's very
stick
true.
And the B button to roll right through your enemy's leg. Then you can surprise him from the other
Yeah, because there's just so much stuff on it. Like it's, you know, really the,
Perfect.
you know, people talk about
Way to go.
shovelware
I
on the
knew you could
Wii,
do
and it's
Now,
true.
let's work on
But
those
like, you know,
buttons,
just
kid.
in terms of like, there's a whole lot of stuff that's like, oh, that's interesting, and I just assumed that it wasn't really
All right, kid.
anything, or I didn't even know it existed. And you know, there's so much stuff like that on like PS1 and PS2, where it's just like, oh, there's
Good.
all kinds of interesting
Real
stuff.
good, kid. Looks like you got the hang of it. Time to focus on your.
You know what I love the most about that combo is that last, like that last hit, that last like hook delivers 2 hits.
Oh.
While running at your enemy.
There is something really satisfying about that.
One more.
Yeah, I want.
Kid. Come on.
Yeah, okay, he's not
Focus
letting me
now.
do it. I
What
just
do you
wanted to
got,
take a
wax
look.
in your ears? That is the wrong move, kid.
There's $2 from Demo Kirby saying Batman, what is it, Bold and Brave and Bold is hilarious and highly recommended.
When was it? When is it from? And how many seasons are there?
It was on the Cartoon Network apparently. I don't know when it was
Okay.
from though.
Way to go.
Well, I wait for the chat to tell me like what years it was on. There was also $5 from Jonathan Hinson saying with the recent release of the Steam Deck, the Pocket, Embernix multiple devices, and all the upcoming x86 handhelds, you think the Switch has ushered in a handheld renaissance?
But it sure is powerful.
I don't know if it's like I wouldn't like attribute it like just to the Switch.
Again.
I think that the technology is just like is caught up to the point where handhelds are amazing right now. But I mean, they were amazing. They've always been amazing. I mean, who am I kidding? I don't know if I would like base it on the Switch though. I just think that there's just like a lot of good stuff coming out, and like emulation and you know, this hardware and software has just gotten good enough for these games to be played portably. You know, and these are the games that I would want to play portably. Like I wouldn't want to play, you know, like a lot of stuff, you know, portably right now. I mean, there's certain like the stuff I play portably on my Switch. Like I don't know. It's like if it's something more modern looking,
Keep 'em coming,
is usually would be like an RPG for me.
Great stuff there.
I wouldn't
Guess
play any
I
like
should've
real
expected
fast
that
action
from the
games. I
Dark
think.
Knight, huh? When you're up there,
On
you
the
can
Switch,
also
but I
kick
don't know.
enemies on the ground. Here's how you do it. Jump with the B button, then press the A
There's
to drive
also,
your foot right into their face.
$5 Canadian from Scott
There you
Blurton.
go. Harder.
Thank you.
Hey,
Saying,
get
hey
out.
guys, a couple of years
Nice
ago,
job,
I accidentally
kid.
fried my
You
Retron
sure you
5.
wanna leave, kid?
After watching your channel for a
I'd
couple
hate
years,
to
I
send
decided
you
to
out
build
there
a retro
without the
setup.
proper training first.
Did
Nice.
you end up like getting your Retron 5? Did you get another Retron 5
You had
to
it in ya.
fill into your
You sure you
in your
wanna
your
leave,
setup?
kid?
But you didn't need one.
Or yeah, you go for original hardware or whatever. So I just skipped the rest of the train because I figured I knew enough of the moves. The jumping with B and attacking with A is a little bit weird, but the feel of the action seems really good. So I'm curious to get into this. Is this only on the Wii?
Nice to
I think
see you,
so.
Bats. It's been
I'm
too
pretty
long.
sure that it is.
Two-Face, what have you done? with
I've
the
never
man?
seen it anywhere
Oh,
else.
he's around.
I mean, I'm sure I could look it up, but I feel like that's probably the case. $5 Canadian. More from Scott Blurton saying 12 consoles, numerous mods, 2 HDMI switches, a G-SCART, and an OLED later. I've completed my dream retro setup.
Wow. Well, that's
Completed.
well, that's
You know,
quite the
that's-
upgrade.
Flip 'em for it.
Yes.
Heads, I give myself.
But when you know, anytime you think that you've completed your setup,
Let's hope you've
No.
got a giant
That's still pretty impressive. Though. I
yeah,
mean,
no, that is super impressive.
the half of it.
no, I mean, even if you had nothing to it ever, that's pretty nice.
Flip my coin.
So, sometimes I wish I only wanted to hook up 12 consoles, but the 12 is a lot for most people. The only reason
12 is like
the only reason
more than you could probably ever, like as a child, that you ever expected.
exactly.
Having.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I
You gotta
wish
save your mare before his luck leaves him flat. Heads. Let's flip again, boys.
I wish I like. I mean, I don't know. Like, if I could have the restraint to have much fewer systems, if like it wasn't for YouTube, right?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
like we feel like we have to have, like our needs are like so different than and sometimes I wish just like, oh, it'd be nice if I only had to have a few less things hooked up all the time.
There's also $5 more Canadian from Scott Blurton. Thank you. Saying, unfortunately, I now have an 8-month-old in the house, and I never have any time to actually play games. But you'll find the time again. I mean, like I always say, and this is how it's been with me, like even with 2 kids, like it's if you really want to play something, like you'll find the time to kind of fit in a little bit of time. But
The
be sure to
mus-
get your. No, I said, but be sure to get sleep when you can. don't. I guess consistently short yourself sleep to play games. You can do it every so often, but then you got to catch up.
The music of this kind of gives me like the original live action Batman show vibes,
Where is it? I'm gonna find my
which I'm
lucky
kind of
coin.
into.
Oh, really? That's kind
Yeah.
of fun.
Like I wonder if they are kind of going for
I have
that
to find it.
sort of vibe with the show, maybe.
We're in our favor this time, eh, Batman?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Robin. Eventually, the big house
People
always
probably
wins.
told me when it was
Thank
on.
you,
Let's see
Batman,
here.
for saving my life.
Not a problem, Mayor. Now the Two-Face has been apprehended. We can get him back to Arkham for rehabilitation.
Oh, there's a DS version, I
Behind the
guess.
scars. I know
Oh,
Harvey
okay.
still has the potential for good.
I mean, based on what Brian S.
I'm
has.
gonna skip ahead just so we can see what the next level looks like. Oh, so this is another character I can play as, I guess. Oh, here we got an opening.
It has unlockable characters. You can
Yeah.
play as Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Wow, if they're giving you unlockable characters after the first level, I feel like there's gonna be a bunch of them.
There might be.
There was also like $5 Canadian more from Scott Blue, saying, "But happily, it's there for the day when she'll no longer need my full attention. Thanks for all the videos that helped me put it together." And really, the whole like the journey and like building it is like one of the best parts, honestly. You know, figuring it all out, making it work.
Well, right now I seem to only have
Deliver some
access to Batman and Robin. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, these are. Wait, what is it? What am I doing? Selecting
Quiver with
these?
fear, felons.
Oh,
Is this like a backup character or something?
yeah.
But I like the vibe of that opening. Like it's got very retro style music. I like the look of it. Like the art style is pretty good.
Stop right there.
So MLiG Gaming is saying that Brave and the Bold's whole thing was that every week
What a
Batman
rock.
was teamed up with a different
No wonder
hero.
there was a break-in.
Ah,
It's the Siamese diamond, on loan to the museum from Thailand for the dangerous.
So that's pretty cool.
Cats exhibit.
That explains its new owner.
Oh, cool. So Robin just kind of is with you the whole time. Or you can swap out Robin for kind of those.
But that's just a legend.
can
right?
I?
Hurry, Robin.
So does Robin just mimic your moves? I
I
wonder.
don't,
If it
I don't
just-
know. Like
maybe they all have like separate abilities that you can access certain areas of levels or something. All with certain characters. Bowie was asking if like all the games you're gonna be playing tonight are all legit, and they are.
I mean,
I feel like you don't have like a hard drive or anything like with Wii games like hooked up.
no. Oh, I thought you meant like legit, as in like, are they good?
Oh no, just in terms of
Yeah, these
they,
are
like,
discs.
feel-
These are discs that I have bought. Some of them I bought a while back, but most of these are discs I bought this year. I never popped them in my system to try them out. So just catching up on that now. Just seeing if these games are any good. Hopefully, most of them are.
Sweet.
So apparently, almost all the made-for-TV
Oh.
Batman 66, you know, like the TV show, like show up in this. Showed up in the show, I
Perfect shot
guess.
as usual.
Oh.
So it definitely is like a continuation of that, I guess.
Okay, so I used that. I hit the one button, and it brought that green
he's,
arrow
like,
guy.
Floating. He's flying.
And so I guess it's like a screen attack.
I see.
I mean, I assume, like if you had a second player, like Robin would. You could probably play two-player with the second player as Robin.
What did you expect? You're a criminal.
And that would be a lot of fun.
Since when do statues walk? Or attack, for that matter?
They're statues of Bast, the ancient Egyptian goddess of the sun.
Looks like a giant cat to me.
Catman.
There was $5 from Jeffrey Geisler.
It was pretty dark. For all we know, it could have been
Geisler?
Catwoman.
This isn't like her.
Thank you.
I know
Saying,
I saw
what's a hobby or collection interest you've stayed clear from due to fears of falling down into a new money pit? For me, it's like I decided years ago that I'm just gonna like collect one thing. You know, there was a time where I loved buying like movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that doesn't
And,
sound like her at all.
You know, and before that, like I have like a ton of CDs. You know, and I just decided like I don't have room for all this stuff. If I want to just like focus on one thing,
Any ideas?
like
These walls don't appear to
like
be
I'm just gonna choose
reinforced.
games.
We should be able to use this statue
And then,
to break through to
like,
the next room.
You know, I still have like I kept like a handful of like movies. Like my favorite movies I will like get on like Ultra Blu-ray or Ultra HD or whatever disc. But only a handful. Because I just feel like streaming, especially with kids, is just a lot easier. Like I understand the quality gap is big, but it's just easier, like with kids being able to watch it in any room. And I'm more likely just to kind of put on stuff then than making it like a big, I don't know. It's not like a big to-do to get all set up.
I'd recognize those moves anywhere.
I'm not having this discussion right now.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I guess my thing is like outside of disc-based consoles and like DS, 3DS, Vita, and Genesis and Master System. Like I don't worry about boxes. Like I you know, for NES, Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy Advance, I used to do, you know, I used to require boxes for Game Boy Advance, but I gave that up a long time ago. You know, it's just I felt like I was, you know, limiting the games that I would be able to get, and that I was, you know, a lot of games I was interested in having, but just they were starting to become too expensive to get with the box for Game Boy Advance. So unless it's either like a proper case, a system that has proper cases, I don't worry about getting that with the game. So, you know, I guess that's kind of a lot of people do, you know, really want to have that, you know, box for, you know, NES, Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy and stuff, but I avoid it for those just because, hey, I can get more games for less money.
There's also $10 from Robert Hernandez. Thank you. Saying, my son, who just turned 6, really enjoys watching your Sunday streams.
Oh.
Any chance you could say happy birthday to him on stream?
Well,
happy birthday, Daniel Hernandez.
Happy birthday. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. You have a lot more patience for this than my son would. I hope you had a good birthday. I hope you got some cool presents.
I don't see what's so scientific about that.
Scientists predict that by the year 3000, cats will
You line them up, and I'll knock them down.
Joshua Helmut has just been like listing off some good games on the system.
Okay, now that's just ridiculous.
We're not here for a history
Just
lesson.
mentioned
I know, but the guy said.
Keep your eyes peeled for
Klonoa.
threats.
I just replayed the Wii version of Klonoa.
Found one.
And I mean, I'm just gonna say it now. I think it's better than the new versions that came out.
All I'm saying is it was dark, and we shouldn't jump to conclusions.
Catman broke out of Blackgate 3 days ago. Do you think that's a coincidence?
And Catwoman's been on the loose for almost a year.
And
You're
I
always
think that
defending her.
it's
I just
interesting to
believe in
revisit it now
rehabilitation.
For the hot ones, maybe.
because
You feel like it's a lot better than you thought at the time.
well, no, I mean I thought it was good before, but I think that it feels like a lot of work went into that version compared to like what the new one or the new one has. Especially, you know, here's one thing I didn't even realize until like I played them back to back. So the new one uses the voiceovers from the PlayStation game, and the sound quality is like not very good on the voices. And I didn't realize that the voiceovers, even like the Phantomilian language, is completely all new. It's like all re-recorded. It's like brand new.
But well done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's like the same as the original, but it's like completely re-recorded. And I was pretty surprised about that.
Nice one.
But it's very clear that it was inspired by 2 at that point.
I hadn't tried the grabbing before. It's pretty good. Like the feel of the combat is pretty good in this. I feel like the button mapping is maybe a little bit weird, but the actual mechanics are really good.
You know, RC is saying, when I was 6, the Wii was still 15 years away. Like when I was 6, like the NES was just about to come out.
When I was 6, I guess the Super Nintendo was about to come out.
Ludicrous Fool, actually, no, they're completely redone. Like they're just, it still has the original voices. I mean, it has the original like language, but they're like, it's like a new recording.
But there's also like the spoken actual English ones as well, if you want.
Right.
You line him up, and I'll knock him down.
Oh, Josh Homick just mentioned.
Perfect shot as usual.
I just noticed it. Huh?
When mentioning good games for the system.
Oh no, that is not good games for the system. It was the worst game for the system. I'm exaggerating slightly, but not much. I hate that game.
You just see it. You've graduated from being like, it's not very good. You know, like maybe it's just not for me. Now it's just like, I hate that game.
I mean,
you've been nice about it to an extent.
Yeah, I guess I got tired of being nice.
Yeah.
Oh, what is? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Josh Homick is mentioning the conduit. I feel like you have the conduit.
I don't. You know what though?
Another area.
Back, back in the Wii and PS3 days, I did GameFly for a while. And I did rent the conduit, and I thought it was bad.
Welcome to the gadgets rack, Batman.
It was.
Make a selection.
It was definitely.
Would you like to upgrade this gadget?
It was definitely hyped though, for sure, because it was like a first-person shooter built from the ground up for the Wii, and that was the pointing is still the best thing the Wii does. Like it's like anything where you're like pointing at the screen, like it does that so well. I mean, what's interesting though, I mean, you see this and it does jitter about a bit, but it's still pretty good. I've seen a lot of people say that like switch pointing isn't very good. And I've not really used it enough to really say one way or the other, but like I've tried a little bit of Mario Galaxy and Skyward Sword on it. It seemed fine. Like I know that there's not, with like Skyward Sword, you had the sensor bar to kind of help it understand which way is forward, and now I think you have to hit like the Y button more frequently to recenter it. But I still want to try it. I still want to actually play through the Skyward Sword on there. But I mean, a lot of the times I think the movement feels smoother than the Wii Remote pointing. It like this, it does jitter a little bit, but it's still, I think, one of the best things the Wii does. I mean, the Wii is, I think, very good for pointing action in games. And it's something that games have kind of lost, right? Like that kind of gameplay is not really a thing just because we don't have easy inputs that are, standard for the system like you do on the Wii, right?
Right.
Nintendo tries to do it a little more than the other guys, but still not that often. All right, let's see what's going to be next. That's a pretty cool game. I literally did not know it existed.
There was $2 from Dr. Butte, Fat Man. Maybe some relation to the Mandu, the Fat Man,
or Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, saying touching my door is assault.
I don't
guess
get it.
I know. I had to read it many times in my head to make sure there's no hidden message in there.
But speaking of Donkey Kong on the Wii, this is surely a better Donkey Kong game than Donkey Kong Country Returns, right? It's gotta be. So this is 2007. This is pretty early. This is a game that I always forgot existed. And I don't remember hearing anything about it. It's probably bad. This is kind of loud. Is it too loud on the stream? It's a little loud on my speakers.
There's also $1 from gaming for boring grown-ups.
Oh yeah, that's I'm into it.
Wii does pointing better than the PS5 does floating point operations.
Ooh.
Those are fighting words to somebody, I think.
The case for Donkey Kong Barrel Blast says on the front, shake the Wii remote and nunchuck to race. And there's a shot, a picture of hands with shaking lines around them, and can you imagine?
And that immediately would make me not want to buy it.
Can you imagine the person who picks this game off the shelf at Best Buy, and it's just shake the Wii remote and nunchuck to race? Finally, this is what I've wanted all my life. And then on the back, there's an actual photograph of Wii remote and nunchuck, and there's two images of them, and one is kind of blurred to simulate doing this, and it just says accelerate. And then it says it in 2 other languages underneath. Accelerate.
And you're looking at that, and you're thinking, "Oh yeah." That's exactly what you want. And then you're playing it, and it's that's good.
I mean, maybe I will. Let's go to Cranky's fly. Oh, let's look at. Oops, I didn't mean to get back.
Please continue.
That's gonna be okay, move on. That's gonna be the
let's look at options, and then we'll go to Cranky's flight school. What's the difference between attack and items? Z is also items. Okay. All right. Okay. Stop shaking when you hit max speed. So that's at least some reprieve from the shaking. So wait. Oh, turn. Oh, I guess you do this, turn left and right. And then you jump to move on. And then wild moves.
Wild moves.
What?
Wild has become my favorite word. One of my favorite words. In terms of just, I don't know, when you combine it with something. What was the
Wild Rock?
The wild rock is like the burger that I had in Japan. It didn't have buns on it. It had 2 beef patties for buns. What was the thing? There was like something in Yakuza 7 that I sent you. It's like,
similar to the Wild Rock.
Well, it's just like another name for it. Let me find it. It's like it's wild something. It's one of the restaurants.
You know, I think I'm going to skip Cranky's Flight School because
skip it.
Because we read the controls. We can figure this game out. You know, speaking of fast food burgers, I went to Burger King, and you know, I think it was last week you were talking about, I don't have my me on. Oh, remember I made a Samus me for when I streamed Samus for or Other End. So that's the only like me I've created on here. Because this is my I need to move my Mii's from my main Wii upstairs. I mean, in a lot of ways, this is kind of my main Wii these days. But my Wii, my original Wii is hooked up to the PVMs upstairs. I'm down here with the N64 digital, and I don't have my Mii's on here, so I guess I'll be Samus.
You know, Paul Sutton brings up a good point, especially about Wii's in general. He's like, tonight is tutorials, the stream. You know, tutorials were like at their peak, I think, in this generation. On the Wii specifically, I think.
I think I'm gonna be Critter. It's gonna be a Kremlin.
Find this. It's like wild something.
But anyway, I think it was last week you were talking about a frozen Coke.
Yeah.
And I was in the drive-thru for.
Oh, did you get one?
I was in the drive-thru at Burger King, and there was a little sign that said "Frozen Cokes." And I'm like, I'm going to get a frozen Coke.
Did you get it?
I did get it.
What'd you think?
It was.
It's kind of weird.
It's It's weirdly nostalgic, even though I've like never.
For a place that you've never been.
Yeah.
You know, like I said before, I always think of Hill's department store.
Yeah, like there was something old-fashioned about it, in spite of its, in spite of the fact that it was novel to me.
Well, if you ever go to McDonald's, you should get one of the frozen Fantas. I mean, especially, do you like Airheads candy?
Yeah. Is it like that?
Well, they have I think most people agree that the best kind of Airheads candy are the blue raspberry and the cherry.
Okay.
I mean, and they have frozen Fantas. They're blue raspberry and cherry, and they just taste like frozen Airheads.
Well, you know what it kind of made me think of? Like, have you ever had like a cola gummy? Like a cola flavored like gummy candy or something like that? It was kind of like that to me. Like it tasted somehow like candy more so than like actual Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay. I mean, it has kind of a weird kind of like bite to it.
Yeah, it is odd. It's a little.
It's like good. It's like that bite is not a bad thing.
No, yeah, it was a little weird, but you know, I'm glad I tried it.
I just want to say that Wake Up Sammy got it, and I have the picture here. It's the Wild Jackson.
Oh, from Yakuza. That was from Like a Dragon.
Yeah, Wild Jackson.
So, how this game feels is like,
his skin just looks weird.
He has a little,
like he's not scaly or anything. He's just like
he's shiny.
Yeah, he looks like a bad CG render from like early PS1 generation.
So you're saying he's Croc?
Yeah, in a way, maybe. There's $2 from Phenonymous saying, "No way, Corey. The best Airhead flavor is watermelon." And no. Like I basically don't like watermelon flavor like any candy.
I like watermelon flavored candy.
Oh.
What I don't like is banana flavored candy. That just tastes weird to me.
But there's not very much banana flavored candy.
Yeah,
like all I can think of is runts. They have like the bananas.
Yeah,
and I think people like when they have runts, they want to have like they think the bananas are going to be the best because they're like the biggest ones, the biggest candy. But no, they're not good. There's also $19.99 from Paul Sutton.
Wow, thank you.
Saying I went to Burger King for the first time in forever the other day, and they had frozen Fanta mystery flavor. Can't tell you what the flavor was. It's a mystery. But I know that you said Airheads. Now that you said Airheads, yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, like I assume that the mystery flavor of Fanta is probably white too. That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that they had done that. Like Airheads are from Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, I think you talked about that a while back.
So they're definitely all around here. Know what else is from Cincinnati? Is Gorilla Tape, or like those.
Oh really?
Yeah, like my neighbor is like super high up at Gorilla Tape or whatever.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I just like probably if I ever wanted like some Gorilla Tape. I mean, I have
set up
years to go through it, but if I ever needed it,
set up a Gorilla Tape brand deal.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should talk to him about it. Yeah, I mean, like they have a lot of different things too. Like I think I used like some Gorilla like double stick tape to put up like some sound dampening panels. Tom T17 is saying that banana yogurt is great, and I agree with that. I agree that banana yogurt is great.
Yeah. Well, I have a wild move. Should I? Oh, my wild move.
Yeah, you use it.
Yeah, my wild move. I should have been using my wild moves. I only just noticed the meter over there.
I'm gonna look up Gorilla Tape and see on GorillaTough.com. See what other products they have. They have Gorilla Glue, mounting tape.
I always liked the Gorilla
wall repair
on the box for Gorilla Tape and Gorilla Glue, like, because he just has like this very like blank expression, and it just says incredibly strong. Like,
yep.
I don't know, something about it is
incredibly strong.
It just says incredibly strong. It's just this gorilla with a really blank expression.
and it says incredibly strong gorilla, and then below it says 100% tough.
I don't know why it's funny. Like, something about it is just.
It's like
inherently.
It's like we get the point. Yep. Gorilla Glue Company is based in Cincinnati, Ohio, and selling Gorilla Glue for over 2 decades.
Wow.
The glue was first discovered being used in Indonesia on teak furniture, but consumers soon found it incredibly versatile and demand soared. On a mission to make products that deliver impressive results, the company has has expanded its offerings to include Gorilla Tape, Gorilla Super Glue, Gorilla Construction Adhesive, and other premium tapes, sealants, and adhesives. At Gorilla, we believe in high-quality products and choose to only put the Gorilla logo on products that meet our rigorous development standards. Should I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should ask him about it. I'd be like, I'll mention.
I'll have my entire like basement held together by Gorilla Tape.
Yeah, I will mention Gorilla Tape and during every live stream.
So the way this game works is kind of interesting. Like it feels like I can't. I feel like I've played a racing game kind of like this before, and I can't really put my finger on it. But it kind of feels like something like I don't know, like almost like Spy Hunter. I think is like where. Like you're kind of like moving like I don't know. I've played games. Maybe it's not Spy Hunter. I don't know. Like I've played games where you are like kind of just moving between like you're kind of digitally moving between like sections of the track, but like the turning and stuff like you're like my character is like turning. Well, not exactly. I don't know. It's weird. Like you're more like shifting where you are horizontally on the track more so than like steering. Although there is a steering element to it. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I mean, it's a little unusual. It's not like.
I mean,
it's not terrible.
It also doesn't help that your character looks like he's like made out of watermelon airheads.
He does. He does.
like his skin is literally watermelon airheads.
That is literally the texture and sheen of airheads.
There is also 5 pounds from Jiggy. Thank you. Saying good morning, lads from the UK. This is my favorite stream to chill out when I can't sleep. Here's Ivor as thanks for all the great content.
Well, hopefully we can also put you to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that say, you know, like, I watch your videos to go to sleep to, and they said that, like, to not think of that as like a bad thing.
No. Well, I think Audie said that he because he I guess sleeps with like earbuds in or something. I think he said he puts on a lot of our stuff sometimes.
Yeah. I kind of want to like make a version of our logo that can fit into the Gorilla Glue. Or somehow, like, work in the words incredibly strong into our logo. It's just
incredibly strong.
Like that was like the idea that somebody had. Like, I'm just gonna put the words incredibly strong up here because how else do I like let people know
it's incredibly strong?
Like, you missed that golden banana.
I know.
Dr. Butte Fatman says, I remember booting up my Wii for the first time in like 6 years, only to discover a me named Barty. And they had all the facial features hidden under a giant Squidward nose. Experienced anything similar?
I mean, who do you... if that happened in my house, I would be very alarmed because there would be like no one that should have.
You have to get it like maybe just like how to use one.
Yeah. You know what? This is a whole heck of a lot better than This will ruffle some feathers. Or maybe ruffle some pink puff balls.
Kirby's Air Ride.
This is a heck of a lot better than Kirby's Air Ride. That's what I'll say about it. I hate that game.
No, because
I put in the time, man. I put in the time.
Yeah. Like you definitely
squawks
have. Like I will trust your opinions on Kirby.
Oh man, I almost got first place for once.
Yeah,
I see Tom T17 says hard disagree. I wish I was with you, all right? I wish I liked Kirby Air Ride. But I don't. And now not to judge or nothing, but is the reason you love Kirby Air Ride because of City Trial? Because like that's the thing that makes most Kirby Air Ride fans light up, the City Trial. Not, the actual races.
Oh.
I mean, I think a lot of people like the races too, but City Trial is always what people get talking about.
There was $1.99 from Chris Shawman saying Corey.
I was correct. Hey, Chris. Always good to see you in here.
Chris sent me a message on Discord saying that he apparently thinks it's funny that I have like a tape guy. Not really though. I mean, it's not like I've never gone to him for tape. Although I'm sure if I asked him, he probably could come through for me.
He probably just has like boxes and boxes and boxes of it in the basement.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably coming out of every orifice at this point.
So wait, that wasn't like the only Grand Prix, was it? Like, there's others, right? There's a lot of characters.
Anonymous is saying that Kluge is the blue raspberry airhead.
Oh, okay. So there's, I guess, at least 3, and I'd probably have to
who
get
are those characters
first.
in the bottom row? Like, who cares about them? Like, who are they?
I mean, they are not Kremlings
Are they
from
the cartoon or the animated show?
I doubt it. They aren't from the games. Like Critter is like the generic Kremling in Donkey Kong Country 1.
Right, yeah.
But then like these two, like they are not from the games. Unless they could have possibly come from like, there was like several.
You gotta boost up this roster.
There were several in like there were several Donkey Kong games on GBA that I've not really played.
You still haven't? You still haven't?
Yeah, I don't have any of those like King of Swing, and I think there's another 1 or 2 GBA games, like aside from like the ports of Donkey Kong Country. I like loaded up King of Swing on like a flash card at one point, but that's I don't have it, so I've not really played it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're possibly from those games.
I see that Retro Godfather was mentioning the Gunblade New York LA Machine Guns is a great double pack for the Wii. Glad the Wii has exclusives, glad that Wii has that exclusive. Love the channel. Thank you. Like, it's just, I'm not sure. Try, do you have LA Machine Guns or Gunblade New York?
Never heard of it.
I feel like it's expensive now.
Really? What is it? I've never heard of it.
What's that?
I've never heard of it.
They're Sega rail shooters.
Oh, that sounds.
cool. And they had like huge machine guns. I remember playing both of them, but more LA Machine Guns at Kahunaville. Did we talk about Kahunaville before?
Yeah, and I'm always surprised that like the one that I went to in Delaware wasn't the only one.
I think that everyone thinks that like their
Kahunaville's the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I played. I played those games, and I played a lot of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
I played like House of the Dead 2 and San Francisco Rush at Kahunaville.
See, even Retro Morgan's saying, "Oh wow, I didn't know there were more." Like that's the thing. I guess that's probably why they went out of business.
Is the Kahunaville in Wilmington, Delaware, still there, Retro Morgan?
Oh, I think they're all closed.
Are they? Oh. This is just a Wii Remote game, I think.
Alex Gavin is saying that, I played Gunblade New York at Williamsburg Barcade recently. That was, I went there a lot, like, when they first opened for several years. And there was a point where they had like a no rule for nothing, like, after 1990. And now they have Gunblade New York.
Well, I have to be the CRT face robot. So when I got this is Kororinda Marble Saga. Actually, maybe I should have done easy because it kind of looked like they might be separate levels or something.
You're not playing with using the balance board?
No, not today.
You have a balance board? You got a balance
You gave
board.
me one.
Okay. What I really want to see you do is I want to see you play Punch Out with the balance board.
Oh gosh, I forgot you could do it with that.
There was $10 from Tender Brew. Thank you. Saying, hey guys, getting my once a month dose of MLiG live stream when I can fit it in. Nailed the perfect topic too. Love weird Wii stuff. Feel like that DS Wii era just gets more interesting with time.
Yeah?
And that seems to be the case. I mean, when I think that like it's gonna be an expensive system to get games for at some point.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be like really cheap stuff for it, just like the NES. It's probably going to be a lot like the NES in that regard. Like, I think there's going to be like these like there's just going to be so many cheap games on the shelves at game stores forever, just like there are for NES. But then there's going to be, some pricey stuff. It'll probably be very similar.
Right. I mean, I feel pretty happy that I have everything that I'd want for it.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, I've bought a stack of games recently, so But anyway, so I totally forgot about these games, and I remembered being interested. What are the options? I remember being interested. I totally forgot about them until, wait, up or side? I feel
I
like
do see the Risk Blood is saying, I hope August for the return of videos on MLiG, and I promise you there will definitely be videos in August.
Yeah,
I promise you.
We probably aren't supposed to say anything about it but we have begun a collaboration that I think people will be extremely excited about as well. That will probably be revealed soon. So stuff is cooking.
But I promise you there will definitely be
actually now that I think about it, I probably do want to be vertical. Yeah, you're working on the save file preservation.
Yes, and like I keep on thinking of like little bits that I need to add to it. The PS1 section is like 15, like over 15 minutes by itself. But it's cool. Like it covers a lot of stuff. But I was like, I just realized today that the savefileconverter.com has like an option for PS1 saves. So I'm like, oh, I should put in a paragraph on that. I see that Robert Hernandez is saying that I believe that the Mr. video, I still believe that the Mr. video broke Corey. And in a way, like kind of it did. Like it definitely like burned me out in a way that I was not expecting. And it just like made me like feel nothing. I guess for a minute. Like I was just like, ugh, I don't really feel like playing games. I don't feel like all I want to do is just like hang out with my family and do other stuff for a little bit. So in a weird way, I guess it's like turned into kind of like a unplanned hiatus, but I think it's going to be good overall.
So when I grabbed this, I remembered about these games from when GameSack did the Wii video. And then we saw,
right.
And then it wasn't really on, like, I was like, oh yeah, like I want these. But it still wasn't really on top of mind. Then when Audie and I were at Video Game World, the first time he came back in May, he was like, oh, you should get this. And I did. And I thought this was the first game. And Joe actually said he liked the first game more. Because he felt like the second game was like almost like too sticky. Like, which you could kind of see, like it takes a little bit to get your ball going. Like,
yeah,
it seems like the first game is a little more realistic in terms of like it, you know, how the ball, sort of rolls about. So now I need to find that one. I think that one's just called Kororinda. This one's called Kororinda Marble Saga. I've always liked games like this, though.
Yeah.
And
there was Scotter 140 has been a member for 21 months in a row. 21.
Wow.
Thank you. And it's saying, is the balance board the most useless Wii accessory? If not, what is it?
It surely can't be the most useless.
Yeah, I feel like there's gotta be way
more
worthless. Like literally anything. Like, how about that, like the Wii accessory that is essentially like a tennis racket that you just like has a slot for you to put the Wii in. It's just like it's just a piece of plastic. It's like shaped like a tennis racket because you don't need it.
Yeah.
But people are like, I'm gonna buy this.
But in terms of things that have actual electronics in them, I don't know. What else is there? There's got to be something that I'm not thinking of. Oh, whoops, I accidentally restarted the stage. I saw that A button. I was like, oh, maybe I'm supposed to hit the A button.
There's also $10 from 60 FPS.
Oh.
Thank you. Saying, thanks again for the LG C1 versus C2 video try. Yeah, like that has been such an interesting video to see. There, like, I guess like the long-term reaction for it, because there's a lot of people that said, oh, this is worthless, but there's like way more people saying like this is exactly the kind of TV review that I wish we could get more of.
Yeah.
Because it's like relevant to my specific interests.
Oh, you can whoa, you can turn it all the way upside down, and I think I kind of needed to there.
Going right inside that can.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually,
you know what though?
Even good guys blow it.
Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. So look how I'm holding the Wii Remote now. Like, this platform is actually kind of perpendicular to like the starting platform. So I'm like, I have to have the Wii Remote to the side like this. That's interesting. So I lost my train of thought now. What were you talking about just before then?
I don't know, just about the C1 and C2 video.
Oh yeah. You know, it's something that I think I probably should do. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to retry. Bob is going to hook me up with a plasma TV, and I'm most likely going to be able to pick it up from him next month. What? I'm just going to continue then. Like I don't know if that would possibly end up being the next episode I do. I mean, I'd like to focus more on Analog Frontiers, but it might be like not to do an episode like anywhere near like you know, the OLED episode, but you know, just kind of take a look at a gaming on plasma TV. You know, a lot of people still hold that in very high regard. A lot of people might be curious, you know, what they missed out on, or should they seek one out. It might be an interesting thing to do. Would there be interested in a subject like that? Just looking at a plasma TV and, you know, playing retro and semi-modern stuff on it. I don't think it would be worth covering for like current gen other than Switch, but you know, just look at like PS3 and retro stuff on it.
There's also $2 from for love of the game, saying talk about that Wii. Come on,
we are talking about that Wii.
That little controller.
We are talking about that Wii. I like the Wii.
There's also $4.99 from Ludicrous Fool.
Ludicrous Fool. I love that name. I did say
Ludicrous Fool.
Ludicrous Fool. You have a great name.
Saying feels like anytime I try to get a GameCube game that looks interesting, like Mario Strikers, it costs an arm and a leg. Yeah, I mean, like GameCube stuff is out of control now.
I was lucky to have like basically kept up with GameCube during its day, and so there was only like there wasn't that much that overall that I've picked up in the years since. So, you know, I was lucky on that front. You know, I got Fire Emblem day one. You know, I was into Fire Emblem before it was cool. It got cool with Awakening. That's like what? Whoa. It's a little tricky.
So there was also $5 from Alex Gavin. Thank you. Saying it's crazy Nintendo was never able to figure out a Star Fox on the Wii. As proof that Zero was about validating Wii U hardware rather than feeding fans. Yeah, you know what I want? I just want a standard on-rails Star Fox game that's just like the viewpoint is behind the ship, and it like has very minimal all-range mode.
Yeah.
Part.
Man, I just
want like almost all levels to be on rails.
You know what?
I would love it if every level was on rails. Just didn't have any all-range mode. Period.
You know what would be amazing?
This doesn't seem like it'd be tough to do, but like everything has to be different, I guess.
I would love a Star Fox game that was kind of like you know, just uses like a super advanced version of the like Super Nintendo like Super FX art style. Wouldn't that be
Oh,
neat?
that'd be
like kind of like a Hot Shot Racing, you know? Like kind of takes that like
Yeah,
retro
yeah.
racing aesthetic, you know, to HD. I would be way into that.
Yeah, I mean that's I just feel like that is I feel like everyone would just be happy if that happened. like literally every Star Fox fan in the world would be happy if they just did that.
Just a regular game. No
Yeah,
gimmicks.
like everybody who liked or has liked Star Fox would be happy about that.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of defend Star Fox Command. I think that's actually a really interesting game. I think it's better than Star Fox 2. Even though like a lot of its ideas came from Star Fox 2. But yeah, like that you know, just make a really, really good on-rail shooter. Which, you know, given like Platinum Games' involvement with Star Fox Zero, that's what Star Fox Zero should have been if it wasn't for like Miyamoto wanting to, like you say, validate the Wii U hardware.
There's $2 for love of the game. Thank you. It's saying you get your Star Fox, but it's all submarine levels.
Oh no!
like, what if like their intention is just to like make Star Fox and just make sure that no fan of the series like is happy with it. Like every time you're like, what can we do to like make sure that they're not going to be happy with it?
You know, this game reminds me. Did you ever try the little marble rolling mini game in Kirby and the Forgotten Land? Whoops. It was like the game where you like had to like roll like the roll Kirby around like the maze. Yeah, I did all of the difficulty modes and all of the target times on those, which was definitely a challenge. But I 100% at that game, so I had to do it. That was
there's also
good game.
$10 from Seabass Nap.
Oh no! I haven't
would be
looked at
interesting
it.
to see a video about classic PC gaming hardware, DOS emulator boxes, and whatnot for TVs. Also, Try never booted a soccer ball across Charlotte FC pitch at I assume Bank of America Stadium yet. Like imagine if he did.
Well, if there was a soccer marble available in this game, I would, and I had access to it, I would switch to it just for you.
Seabass, I promise you that at the very least I will go to that game. I could do a Discord video chat with Try. Show him what it's like.
In Cincinnati, well, you better buy tickets so you don't forget to go.
No, I mean I have a friend who has like season tickets.
Oh,
I can be like, hey guy, you want to go to this game?
Well, you should. Well, oh, that crushed me.
There's also $5 from Fumecom. Thank you. Saying,
Thank you.
Corey, you should look into X Zodiac on Steam. It's exactly what you and Try would want out of a Star Fox game. Did X Zodiac, did they get a collection? Was there a Switch version released? I feel like it was like in a collection.
I am unfamiliar.
X Zodiac. I feel like I've ordered.
Oh no!
I mean, I'll look it up. But I see that Seabass is also saying, like, what about the classic PC gaming hardware? I mean, we don't really have the equipment to be able to like really do that much.
I was talking to John
I had
about
a lot of
earlier
like,
today.
better ways to play a lot of the stuff. I did get parts that I could start putting together like a retro PC, and you have some.
Whoa, I have
too.
some parts. Yeah, I was talking to John about. Whoa, how am I supposed to get back over there? Is it safe to fall? I see. It's an invisible platform. It sort of shines a little bit. Yeah, I was talking to John about like in a lot of ways it's like I don't even know what I would play on it, but I've been sort of I've taken stock of like the old computer parts I have just on various old computers I have laying around, and like kind of want to see like if I have something that would serve as a good starting point. John was looking on eBay when we were talking about it, and he's like, oh man, Voodoo 2 cards are like a lot more oops, I didn't mean to do that.
I know,
he's like, oh, they're like $200 now. I didn't realize that. But like he found like a Voodoo 3 that was not as expensive, and like he said, like for my purposes that would probably be okay. He was explaining why like Voodoo 2 was like preferred by like more hardcore people than Voodoo 3, but I don't remember what that reason was. So yeah, that was pretty good. Marvel's Saga Kororinda. I want to get the first one as well. So yeah, everything so far has been good, except Donkey Kong Barrel Blast is like kind of neither here nor there. It's better than Donkey Kong Country Returns, and it's better than Kirby Air Ride. Ooh.
So, when you talk about Voodoo 2s, like I got a sealed Voodoo 2.
Wait, what?
Hang on, I got a seal. I found a sealed Voodoo 2 card at Goodwill like years ago.
What? That's insane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was $10, but I gave it to LGR.
Oh.
Because I was like, why would I ever need this? This seems like something he'd want, and I know that he like keeps it in like one of his like displays. Like he never like opened it or anything like that. I sent him an email saying like, I got this. Do you want this? And it's still sealed and everything. And yeah, I mean this. I was just looking it up because I had totally forgotten about it until I saw it in one of his photos, like on Twitter or something like that.
All right,
there's a ton of stuff I got to catch up on.
Here's the game that I've always heard is not very good, but I've always been really curious. So,
ooh, I have this. I got this. I got this one at Goodwill. It's sealed.
Is this among your games you've never booted?
I've never booted this for sure.
Well,
I do think that this is a port of a PSP game, though.
No, there's a different. I don't think this is on PSP. It's like broken. Like there's a regular fighting game on PSP. I'm pretty sure. This may have been ported to PSP possibly at some point, but I'm pretty sure this was originally made for the Wii, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well then maybe it was ported to the PSP.
Let me look up.
There was multiple donations from Embers.
Oh, thank you.
$1.99, 99 cents, $1.99, $1.99, $1.99. I'm just going to read them all at one after another.
This is only on the Wii, by the way.
Oh, okay. Then what is the one that's on the PSP?
I think it's like broken something.
Oh, maybe that's
Broken Legacy. I forget. Oh, look,
Embers saying that you guys inspire me so much. And then there's a picture of a peach, like with the little booty curve in it, and said you inspire my CRT collecting.
Oh.
And saying you guys are amazing and love you guys. Thank you, Embers. Thank you. you don't need too many CRTs.
Well, I mean, you never know.
You never know. And then there was also $4.99 from Reluctant Hero saying, regarding Star Fox, I simply have come to accept that Star Fox 64 as well as its 3DS version is the pinnacle of the series. I'm okay with that it never gets old. I'm okay with it. It never gets old.
I need to play the 3DS version sometime. I finally got it. Oh, wait, what is there? Wii Remote Speaker.
I mean, I think that's probably how some people feel about F-Zero GX. Also.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of do, but it would still be nice to get a new one.
And also Jason, someone named Jason. Jason!
Jason!
Had donated $2 Australian, I think, and it was like the poop emoji.
Well, good morning to you.
With bug eyes.
Is that your review of your morning so far?
Man will seek to obtain power.
Maybe. There's also $4.99 from Anthony Falbo. Thank you. Saying, hi guys, longtime follower of the channel. What's the next big video installment, and do you have any topics yet? So the next video is going to be like another entry in the save file preservation, which is something that I had like bits, and like there might even be like another one that follows like really closely after that. That's just like based around internal save files. Just
and so also your room tour. Also your room tour.
Yeah. I mean, like I know that everybody is like waiting for a video, and this is like the longest.
By far the longest we've ever had a break.
Yeah, and it's silly. It's silly. Like it's something that I think about. Like it's like on my mind every single day. And I'm making progress every single day. Like it's just after like the Mr. video, just like it just becomes a legend. I don't know. Like I was just feeling like super uninspired. And like it just kind of went on and kind of turned into like a unintentional like mental hiatus. I mean, I'm glad that we've like still been streaming.
Oh yeah. But you know, and I'm working toward getting Analog Frontiers finally to where it needs to be toward the finishing line. And you know, like I said earlier, in addition to that, we're kind of in the early stages of a kind of ongoing collaboration that people will very much enjoy. So things are in the works. Things are moving again.
Yeah. So is this like a prequel to like
it must be, because like this is like Siegfried like young, like it seems like the first time he found it. But like Ivy is on the box art as well, so I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
well, I mean, it probably takes place right before the first game. Because Siegfried like doesn't have does not have the Soul Calibur in
Soul Blade.
Soul Blade. It's Cervantes they have it.
That's right. Yeah. I want to get that game sometime.
Unfortunately, I wish they had kind of stuck with that naming scheme, where like the first one was like Soul Blade because it was like a sword, and then like Soul Calibur became like this bigger sword.
Yeah, they came like Soul.
Each one was named after like the kind of blade that whoever had it.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool.
I have to get stronger.
Confusing.
Yeah, I think like Soul Calibur was also like so popular too.
Right.
But then I feel like the series has never really. I feel like it's never got anywhere close to the popularity it had with SoulCalibur 1 and 2 since then.
Yeah. So Dramata's saying you know about the lawsuit around the original name, right? I did not know that. So I that probably makes a lot of sense. I mean, Soul Blade seems like it, like an easy, you know, like it seems like a typical thing, something would be named. So, but what about like they should have stuck with the Japanese name, which was Soul Edge.
Oh, I forgot about that. But it's called SoulCalibur there now too, as well, right? Or is it?
What's that?
It's called SoulCalibur there now too, isn't it? Or is it still called Soul Edge there?
I think it's called SoulCalibur everywhere now. Oh, you know what? This sounds super familiar. So the gist of it is that some dude was squatting on the patent for the term edge when related to technology. He sued them for using the term edge. You know, I do remember that. I remember, but I didn't think it affected the Soul games. Like I didn't think it affected Soul Edge, but I do remember that now. There is $2 from Dunstan Check-In. I assume it's like a reference to Dunstan Checks In. Is that like the Dunstan? What is it? Yeah, the 19. Are you talking about? Is it a reference to the 1996 film starring Jason Alexander about? It's like a monkey and a kid. Also has Paul Rubens in it. But Dunstan Check-In says, I found a BVM 20F1U on a pallet. Have you tried one? And no, I haven't. Oh, yes, it is an orangutan. You're correct. Yes. I have not. I've never. I think the only time I've seen one in person was in Steve from Retrotech's garage when I was dropping my 20L5 and 14L5. This game is not considered canon to the series, by the way.
Oh. Okay.
So, in case you're just playing it for that lore,
I don't care about SoulCalibur lore.
No.
It's always been pretty nonsensical.
I mean, is there anything lore-wise that explains like how Darth Vader and Yoda are in it?
Maybe. Oh, there's Cervantes. Oh, right. Ivy is his daughter, so that's probably how she...
Is she really?
I think
Cervantes' daughter.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Oh,
I think
you know more about the lore than I do.
I'm pretty sure she is. Oh, he just said Soul Edge.
This is going to explain how it becomes a SoulCalibur.
Oh, I hit the B button and now I have like magic around it.
Reality Lancer is wondering if this game is worth $10.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it is waggle to attack.
I think that might have been what I paid for it, or $7 probably. What I paid for it.
It's waggle to attack. You know, if that offends you. I feel like the vertical and horizontal is not as reliable as I would like it to be, but it doesn't seem terrible. I mean, it's 60 frames per second.
Do you
That's
even
something.
understand what that evil sword is? You will soon learn what happens to those who are ensnared by the power of Soul Edge.
How did he take it? I thought he still had it. I thought Cervani still had it.
Well, it was just in the boat, and he just wandered in and took it. I guess.
Yeah, it's like he's like leaving it there.
It's
Like
just-
imagine being an undead pirate and just like leaving like your cursed sword and just like by itself for anyone to take.
I mean, it's on your boat though.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the eyeball. Like that's their pitch. That's probably their pitch for the second SoulCalibur. It's like, you know, but this time the sword has an eyeball.
Mysterious monsters that emerged from that light spread throughout the world in an instant. They hunted men and destroyed kingdoms. People called those monsters evils and feared the mysterious light that had given birth to them.
But did you see in the menu they was showing several characters, and one of them was Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia.
I mean, how did he get there? That one. It makes sense that he'd be in that.
Does it? Aside
I mean,
from
is there a
Namco.
Spawn explanation or lore explanation for Spawn being in there in the second game? You think?
Who knows? Six months later.
I don't understand. What could the Emperor be thinking?
You know,
I am not allowed to
Travi in the chat is saying, actually, I think in terms of Spawn,
Why does the
saying it's a long story. So I assume that they're
should just leave everything to us.
like, let's get that game.
We're here.
That's what people really want to play. Like they released a new Spawn game. What if they like release a new Spawn game, right? And it's like called Spawn, whatever. And it's but the whole point of it, the whole story is just like how he ends up in SoulCalibur.
Have you changed your mind?
You know that's the
They
only
didn't say anything about it.
that's
until
the
you play
only
it and then you
Spawn
realize-
story I could even begin to care about. Like if you wanted me to watch something about Spawn, that's how you do it.
Like what if like they started just making numbered sequels to all these really popular games, and it turns out that instead of their story being a continuation of what came before, it was just like how they ended up in whatever in Smash Brothers or something.
This is what came of your reluctance.
Like, you know,
Our empire is an
they make Sonic the Hedgehog 5.
Yeah, and it's just how he
And it's
ended
like
up in
how he
Smash
ended up in
Brothers.
Smash.
Hey, sounds like a good story.
No choice.
I don't care what happens to
the
Empire.
Or like anything. Like what if they came out with with Castlevania 5? And it's like how Simon got in Smash. It'd be so stupid.
Rondo of Blood 2, how Richter gets in Smash.
Like it doesn't have any continuation. It's just, you know, just it has like a, you know, doesn't give you the information that you're hoping for. It's just
Like what if they like actually made that for like PC Engine hardware? Like actually legit released it for PC Engine only. It's the story of how Richter got in Smash.
We will do anything.
Exactly. I think that would be.
That would be
I'd
so
play it.
ridiculous. I'd love it.
Now, we will ask you again. Gather the shards
There's
of Soul Edge
another
and
$2 Australian from
Only
Jason.
Soul Edge can
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Saying, how often do you guys co-op? Not super often. Like whenever we're in person.
Yeah.
Not very often.
Yeah, I mean, because we're about 8 hours apart. You know, we streamed
Once he's defeated,
Shredder's
I will do
Revenge
as I
several
please.
weeks ago.
Very well.
With Drum and Lynn here
present
locally, and then you remote, and
Right.
that was a lot of fun. That was probably the first time we co-opted something since
We will hold
since
them off for
it
2
Takes Two,
months
which was a ton of fun.
with our very lives.
Oh yeah, that's like almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
I think
Was it last summer? That seems about right.
probably.
Who the heck is that?
Rondo of Blood 2, Satan's Counterattack. Castlevania, Satan's Counterattack. Sonic the Hedgehog 5, Satan's Counterattack.
This looks like it's framed up in such a way that like this game maybe has like a 4-3 mode. If you're playing, if your system is set to 4-3.
Imagine
Blah,
if
blah, 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 blah.
the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 4 is just about how he gets into Smash.
I forgot he's in Smash.
He was like the most requested character.
I totally was that the last DLC?
Yeah.
I haven't even bought it. I completely forgot that happened. I kind of fell off of caring about Smash DLC, I guess.
Well, I mean, especially since it would cost like $60 to get all the characters.
Well, I mean, I bought them up to a point. I don't remember what the last, like, I don't remember if after they said that, oh, we're done, and then it's like, oh, actually, there's going to be like 4 more or something. I don't remember if I got any of.
I almost bought the Dragon Quest guy.
Oh, I have that. I have that. I've got Banjo-Kazooie.
There's $2 from Fried Zombie 4. Asking, you guys played the Bloodborne D-Make yet?
No. Oh yeah, that's the one. It's like for like PS1 style graphics, but visually it looks awesome. Is that like could just like anyone like download that and play it, or I mean I guess they couldn't sell it, so
yeah. Do you think when Cervantes lost to Siegfried, he was thinking,
Imagine losing to this bozo.
maybe so.
yeah, Siegfried the bozo. Apparently the developer of the Bloodborne D-Make even went in and added some new content to tie up the game nicely.
Oh. How long is it? Like, might be a good stream idea. Sometime.
Yeah, it might be. Does it play on a real PS1?
I don't think so, but it does. it does the texture warping and stuff, which is like I remember John being impressed by that on DF Retro or on DF Direct at some point, because he was like, that's actually kind of hard to do. if it's just not a feature of the hardware. I mean, there's not much to this, but I don't think it's that bad.
So you'd give this one a solid.
That's good!
I mean, good might be a strong word, but I mean, it's good enough. It's good enough.
It's almost as good as
delicious chicken.
Yes. I mean, delicious chicken is one of my favorite things in the world. So
I know.
Delicious.
Chicken.
Those are two separate buttons on your thing.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Chicken.
I can't believe you still don't have bullets on there.
Oh, I got to do that one. I got to find that one. Bullets.
I mean, you can always.
It's aggressively
I-
average. It's aggressively okay.
I bet that game has like a sound, like you could like turn off the music and sound effects if you just wanted to have like the voice, and you could record.
Oh,
it
you
yourself.
can. You just-
I'm just saying. I'm saying I bet you could. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, if you wanted to like get a clean recording on your own, maybe you could. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But what's that game called again? Zombie. What's that game called? I forget.
Zombie Revenge.
Zombie Revenge. Yeah.
I'll have to see if I can find bullets. Bullets. There's nothing on Sounds Resource.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that game to be on there. Is there something that surprised you to find on there that you've gone searching for?
No, not really. Oh my gosh, there is a whole bunch of House of the Dead 2 ones though. Which is extremely interesting to me. I might have to download it.
Good luck.
Oh, there's some good ones in here.
Help! No! No!
That's a good one.
No! No!
No! No! No! No! Don't kill me!
These are coming through to you, right?
Yeah.
You misjudged
Okay.
your ability.
Ivy's doing a victory pose like she did anything other than
Help
show
me.
up.
I don't help me. Help me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Ah!
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Thanks. You can get outside that way. Thanks.
Wow, that's a lot.
You can get
of
outside that way.
ranks.
No! No! No!
Help! Help! Help!
Help! Help!
My friends went inside, but they're not back yet. I told them not to go. Help! My friends are inside.
I'll have to go through these. They're pretty good. I'll have to see if I can find bullets.
Wait, 1C and 2C? What is? Why am I selecting two characters? I can select two characters now that Ivy's here. For some reason. I don't know, like, oh, to switch, press. Okay.
There's five Canadian from Silva 579. Thank you.
Thank
Saying
you.
off topic, do you think we'll ever see a solderless PSX ODE, even a fat PS2 ODE that can utilize the onboard PSX chips.
That-
I mean, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm the person that would really have any idea of like what it would take to do.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, this is just me making a wild guess, but I feel like if further solderless ODEs were possible on any of the common systems, I feel like it probably would have happened already. But I could be totally off base there. Like, I guess just because a solderless mod could be made doesn't necessarily mean it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice.
There's also $5 from Container 7 with no message.
But thank you.
Use the blade
nunchuck
heart.
Step in, out, or sidestep. Whoa. Is it only... Is it not... Oh, it is to the side. Okay. That's a little... That's a little fiddly. That's a little fiddly. But I can just run past it.
I like to think that Ivy just wears that outfit like when she's just like casually at home by herself too. Like when she's not on an adventure.
I mean, it's certainly an interesting choice of adventuring clothes if that's what you wear specifically for an adventure.
Yeah.
I am trying to understand like what it is trying to tell me by like
what? It's nonsense. Look at that.
Swinging
you
the
gotta remember
while
the
stepping
exact
will allow
move.
you to execute step attacks. Like, so you have to do it.
It looks like, it's like so overly complicated. Right? Like, how do you even do that?
I mean,
I'm looking at that, and it just like it does not look like something that I would be able to remember.
I mean, I think it's just indicating that like if you're like dodging an attack, you dodge an attack at the same time. So it's just saying there's like many combinations that you could do depending on like which way you were dodging or something. Yeah, like that. Like I did a backwards, and it was a little different, I think. The recognition of like which way you are doing anything with the Wii remote is not super precise at all. But I think for the most part, just kind of mindlessly, smashing in combat, it's good enough. Like the thrust motion is pretty reliable. The thrust is pretty reliable. But see, like she does like one that's like from below, but then she does another that's like not from below.
With her whip sword, right?
Yeah, but like I don't. Like I'm doing
Is that
horizontal
sword,
here. Huh?
Like, is that kind of sword like based on something that actually existed at some point? Because I feel like it's shown up in a lot of different things.
You mean games outside of SoulCalibur?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to imagine that actually being a thing that could exist.
Yeah.
I mean, have whips ever really been like a
weapon?
Like a weapon?
They're only good for knocking guns out of people's hands.
Zane Sad saying, I think you can play this without Waggle. Can you? I kind of don't think you can.
Without the Wackle?
Yeah, I kind of...
The Wackle?
Oh, interesting. I guess if you, like, really wanted to focus on a certain attack type, and you just, like, the normal was, like, not detecting the right thing easily enough, I guess you can... I'm pretty sure you have to play this game with Waggle. I am... Like, the technical chops of the game, like, it just in terms of, like, you know, it's 60 frames per second.
You can parry those.
It, you know, it looks reasonably decent enough. Like, you know,
yeah.
It's.
I think this should be the game that you play through. You should spend the next week playing this game completely. I think you should 100% this game.
No.
Do you have Castlevania Judgment?
I do, but I have booted it. Very, very briefly. I got that at that store that we went to with Joe Reddick. Where I got
like when we were driving up to Chicago?
Yeah, when I got Shine Force CD. I think I got that and Shine Force CD, which is a weird combination of games together.
Was the Shining Force CD complete?
No. It was disc only because I think I before then already ended up with like another Sega CD game that was disc only, and I was just like, well, you know what? Since I'm so new to Sega CD, you know, I think I'll establish a rule here that it's okay to have disc only, just because I don't expect to have a lot of Sega CD games anyway. And I was kind of like, well, you know, like a disc only Shine Force CD is probably like the only version I'll be able to afford, so whatever.
Hey, whatever. So I pre-ordered a Genesis Mini too. Did you pre-order one?
I did, yeah.
Because I guess it's like they're not going to be making very many. I guess.
Yeah,
I'm going to make a lot, but it's going to be like a fraction of the amount of the original, which makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
But I'm going to be really, really interesting. I mean, really, really interested.
You're going to be interesting.
What?
You're going to be interesting.
I'm going to be interesting. To see like if these games have like the working designs translation.
I mean that's the main reason I pre-ordered it.
Like that's incredible. But I feel like it's going to be like the.
They're just going to be in Japanese.
Like Japanese games on there, and they're just going to be untranslated.
Wait, were there working designs games that could have been on the PC Engine Mini?
Well, not that you say that. I think that I think Parasol Stars is on it.
But did they do anything in that version?
I think it has Kadash on it.
Does it?
Doesn't it?
Does it have?
And it has the working designs translation on it.
Well, there you go.
Maybe I don't know if Taito owns that. Like now.
Maybe.
I'm looking at a game list because
Now that you said that I should play through this game this week, now you've like got it on my head, and I'm like, how long is it? I mean, it's certainly not amazing, but it's not awful. It seems passable enough for some shit off your brain, entertainment. SoulCalibur Legends. How long to beat says 8 hours.
How long does it say to complete?
It doesn't. No one has ever completed this game. And only 5 people have ever submitted a time for well, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, Kadash is on there. And so is Parasol Star. So those are Taito games. So
and you're
I don't
sure
know
it's in English.
Well, Kadash definitely is.
No.
And I'm pretty sure that Kadash even says working designs when you first boot it up.
I mean that was the reason that I pre-ordered is like just in case there's like actually like English, for all those expensive games. Like are both Lunar games on it?
Yes. And Popful Mail.
And Popful Mail. I mean that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, if all that stuff is on there.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, that right there is, well over $1,000. I could pull out the PC Engine Mini, but I don't know how I mean, no, it says on here, on the wiki for it, it says TurboGrafx 16 version, not PC Engine, not for.
I did notice though that on the GameSack, on the GameSack Working Designs video, that at the very least, Popful Mail has a few words that might not fly today. So that makes you wonder if they actually could include that.
I don't know. I have no idea.
So until I grabbed this, like I was trying for the longest time. Like I'm like, I know there was a sequel to Excite Truck, and I couldn't remember what it was called. And for some reason, I actually thought it was from the same developer, but not published by Nintendo. And it is published by Nintendo.
ExciteBots.
It's ExciteBots. Right? I'm gonna be the axe, the battle axe. I don't know why that's a Excite Race.
I'm gonna be the duck. You get your wheel out. I bet you have a wheel.
Oh, I don't want. The wheel has like such a longer reach to the buttons, though. I do have.
So I just want to see you use it.
You want to see me use? I'm like trying to think where it even is. Fine, I'll get the wheel. I think I know where it is.
He's getting the wheel. I've never seen anybody use the wheel before. The wheel place racing use the wheel. Try's gonna be the wheel man. You gotta have the wheel. Like that's probably a more worthless accessory than the balance pad, but it has no electronics in it. We should maybe we should do a video on like Wii games that the wheel is appropriate for. They should. That would have been a great idea. They have a wheel with the Wii Motion Plus incorporated. Yeah, the tennis racket is certainly the most worthless extension. But that wasn't official. The wheel is official. Oh, you can't use the fit board for pedals, can you? That's $2 from Silva 579.
Okay, this was harder to find than I thought. Yeah, what is this, Sandy? This has never been out of this bag.
She's gonna
since,
eat it after this. I'm gonna chew on this.
This has never been out of this bag since before you were born. Like, can you imagine that, Sandy?
Everybody's excited about you using the wheel.
Huh?
Everyone's excited about you using the wheel. Gaming Post, I was cracking up about this. Says, owns a wheel, plays racing game, doesn't use the wheel.
I mean,
you got to use the wheel. Apparently,
so
like
stupid.
Silva 579 saying you should use the Wii Fit board for pedals.
Can you actually do that?
I don't know. It sounds unbelievable to me. It feels like this is a pre-Wii Fit balance board game.
So, I actually have two of these because when I got Mario Kart, Mario Kart came with a wheel.
It's a must-have accessory. It's got that little hole for the brakes, right? For the B button.
Yeah.
We're ready to do some tutorials. Here we go.
I mean, I could have skipped them, but I thought maybe I'd do it.
Everyone in the chat, this game is incredibly good.
Yeah, I mean, I've always heard good things about it, and I've played.
Look at this frog.
This frog's pretty awesome.
It's a robot frog.
It is a robot frog. It's an ExciteBot.
Is this expensive?
No, this is like $10 or less.
I feel like I need this game. I'm looking at it if your game has a robot frog in it, then
like the very first thing you play as is a robot frog.
Yeah, it's like right out of the gate with a robot frog. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how much this is.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. I wasn't actually paying attention to what button. Hold up, down, or B to activate turbo. So this is actually from, if I'm remembering correctly, this is from Next Level Games, which is the developer of Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3 and the Mario Strikers games, and Punch Out Wii.
You passed the lesson.
This is, I mean, I should expect it from the Excite name in the. Whoa. I should expect it from the Excite name, but a lot of these mechanics are definitely very Excite-like.
Yeah. I feel like that robot frog looks better than any of the live action Transformers did. It's like better design than any of the live action Transformers. There's $1.99 from Replicant 813. Thank you. Saying I love Game Dave's latest balance board redeemed. It was a lot of fun seeing him really using that.
Yeah. Oh, did I not do it right? I think I have to hit it after I.
It's a really good video. There's also $2 from Warren Hokie saying this is giving me alligator hunt vibes. Must buy.
Oh yeah, just like of an unexpected amazing game. I mean, this. I feel like people didn't know about this one nearly as much as Excite Truck. I mean, Excite Truck I think was a launch game or very near launch.
So there's a brand new one for $25, but I'm not gonna. It's like all of them are like buy it now for $12.
Yeah.
It's got the frog like right on the cover. Oh, there's a turtle too. And a stag beetle.
I did it wrong.
Or horned stag beetle.
Okay. What do I while airborne, hold 1 and press start. Okay, got it.
You know what? I was just.
Do you have Excite Truck?
No.
Oops. Did the wrong one again. I have to hold 1 first and then do it. Yeah, I played Excite Truck one time at my cousin's house. And it was good, but I never got it until, after the generation.
Someone just bought that $12 one that I was looking at.
All right, who did it? Okay, I need to actually read this closely because I keep failing this one.
How come it's not letting me?
While airborne, press and hold 1 and the turbo button.
Oh, it was Dustin saying it was me.
Why? Okay. I don't need. No, I don't. Press and hold 1 and the turbo button. I don't know why I'm failing at this. Maybe it's because I'm letting go of 2. I keep letting go of 2 to hit 1. I don't understand why I can't do this trick.
Can you use a classic controller on this?
I don't think so. But I mean, it's obviously this and Excite Truck are very much built around Wii Remote steering, so I think it's generally considered to be good. Here's our lineup. Okay, we've got frog, got beetle, ladybug, bat, turtle, grasshopper. The grasshopper's pretty cool. Mouse, mantis. Looks like several unlocked things like a lobster, a spider.
Ooh. There's a lobster loose.
Let's see. I want to be the grasshopper. A low grip though. The bat has high grip. Maybe I'll be the bat.
Jason with another $2 saying D-pad up and down to spin.
Oh, I have to do both? I was under the impression that like they were just alternative like turbo things. Oh, look at the grasshopper just like walking up to we're all just like walking on long legs up to the starting line.
They're like, okay. See you guys at this. Oh, it is like almost like a rolling start because they just like walk right up to it.
Yeah.
And take off. Whoa, look at how much air you're getting. Dude.
Look at that motion blur. Oh, I overheated.
Yeah, it's almost like that's pretty cool looking.
That motion blur is actually quite good.
Oh, look, you can like in Sonic Adventure.
Oh, the swinging. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. You know what? Like going over this like sort of desert terrain, like and just like really flying over it, kind of makes me think of Did you ever play Smuggler's Run?
I didn't. I know of it though.
Yeah, I had that on GameCube back in the day, but I don't have it anymore. I never finished it. Whoa! What? But I played. I played Mario Kart Wii, the first whoa. I played the first. I played 50cc and 100cc with the wheel. And then, man, I was struggling on 150. I couldn't do it. And then I switched to the nunchuck, and I like immediately was like lapping people on like my very first attempt. So yeah, wheel did not work out for me in that game. I tried really hard though. I tried to do it. Oh, you can change bots between races.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and fill up my water. I will be right back.
I want to do the grasshopper. The vehicles in this game are really cool. But on a yellow bar, it swings around automatically if you're about to slow down before releasing. So this is different from the one on the other level. Whoa! Okay. I see. This game has such a charming aesthetic. It makes me sad that, like, you know, they've never continued the Excite series, really. I mean, next level games are really good. Just their technical chops are really impressive. You know, I just played through Luigi's Mansion 3 a month or two ago, and like, it's just so impressive looking. Very good game. Whoa! You need to go out, Sandy. Let's wait until Corey comes back. Corey's back.
I'm back. You can take her now if you need to.
Okay. Do you want to go pee, Sandy?
I did see earlier that that Video Game Obsession was asking on thoughts on the Analog Pocket Beta 1.1 firmware plus jailbreak of the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and GBA cores. I think it's fine. I think I haven't used it a ton yet, but I think that, like, I'm just excited for having like it all on like a. I mean, I don't know, like it's great. Like the jailbreaks are awesome, and I think it's awesome. This, like, I hope that a lot more cores come to it. It's been. like really watching everything that's like happened, I guess, on Twitter. Like I like just like this whole like back and forth, like, you know, like, do you like, I don't know, just like this like fighting about it, like this this tribalism is just like is ugh.
Are you talking about the pocket?
Yeah. Just like, you know, like people want like let developers just make stuff like the stuff that they want to. Yeah. And I think that you talk about like ones that are supported like very heavily on Patreon, I think that they're going to get like a lot more people probably like if they started developing
more people on Patreon.
They'll get more people.
Yeah. I mean it's you know, it's more interest and support for their developments for any FPGA platform, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if it's easy for the developers to do it, then I think that it's essentially like a win-win for everybody, unless the people are just like really invested of like we want to have something that I don't want like fans of this other thing to have that. And that's just like I don't know. Like people should just be allowed to do what they want. Yes, like they can make the cores that they want to. Like if somebody doesn't want to make cores for one or the other, like that's okay.
Gonna be a yellow turd.
I don't know. Like it's I don't know. Like I just want everything to be good.
Everything be good.
Like to play their things, and
I don't want
when you say
I don't want a thing to be bad.
Yeah,
all things should be good. Turn the wheel left and right to run. What?
Exactly. I mean this.
Walking like a Koopa Troopa. Whoa!
I've really just kind of tuned out from.
What? I was running and then I was grinding.
Oh.
And now I'm Gamera. Look at me being Gamera.
Yeah, Video Game Obsession is saying it's like the FPGA version of Console Wars. No thanks.
It is.
And like, yeah, the thing is like Console Wars were like cool then, and I like it feels like Console Wars are just like super like angry and mean spirited now. It's like there's no like I think that it was interesting because the competition was like not intense, but I feel like everything is so intense now,
and you know
it's like taken by like a whole new level with people just going completely crazy. And it's like I see that stuff. It's like do you have like nothing like better to like think about or do? And that's just like I think it's like so frustrating about it. It's like I can't imagine like wanting to like want another platform to fail so badly that like, that's literally my identity.
Like, you know what's so weird about it too is like, you know, back when we were kids, like there were legitimate reasons to either buy all platforms because they were all so different, or buy the one that interests you most, or you know, or whatever, right? And now it's like you realize you guys are fighting about like when you buy into a console today, you should be doing so with the full knowledge that you are having an experience that is compromised compared to if you had like a powerful graphics card and computer, right? Like,
right.
The consoles are PCs today. I choose console because I like having physical copies. I like a machine that does nothing but play the game and, isn't also my work computer. I like consoles and computer. I like gaming and computer stuff to be separate things. And I like physical copies. That's why I like controllers. That is my primary means of input. I like the console experience, but yeah, I could push higher resolutions. I could have better ray tracing features if I played on PC. So you're fighting over like which system is better when the entire console experience is already defined by like accepting a compromise. So why are you fighting over which is more powerful when we all know darn good and well that like the experience on Xbox Series X and the experience on PlayStation 5 aren't even the top. We know that they aren't, right? Like in terms of just the raw hardware capability. We know we could be doing better with PC. It was different back with Super Nintendo and Genesis because you were literally getting games and types of games that didn't exist on computers. They were completely different beasts. Now they're the same thing. They're the same thing. So, like, why do you even have the energy to complain about this stuff?
Guys, I just want to say that Seasoned Salt says this rant is hilarious with the Wii wheel in hand. You're like swinging it around when you're talking.
You already know that you have a compromised experience with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Hold the Wii wheel.
As you're playing ExciteBots.
Does this need to be in like every tech video we do? Just like have a Wii remote in hand with no context. It's just
no context.
And like people are always saying like, you guys move your heads too much. You move your hands too much. It's distracting. Well, let's do that just with a Wii wheel in our hands.
Can I just say, if we ever do a Wii video or a Wii U video, if we do like a eShop Wii video, can we just like do it where every time we're on camera, we have like the system on screen and the menu in the background, and we have the Wii remote in our hands, so it's just like the pointers like going crazy on the screen. Because that makes me think of like sometimes my kids like, the LG Smart Remote, how it has the pointer.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll like go to the other room. And you just see like the pointer on the screen just like going crazy. Like that's what I want. I just want to have like that like the menu screen on in the background, and then just the cursor just going crazy as we're moving our hands.
Oh, I'm running. Oh, look at me running. Well, I'm collecting butterflies for some reason now. Oh, I got a 5-star butterfly rescue, even though I only rescued one, but I saw like a bunch more. I mean, this game is just kind of fun and silly, right? It's pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, I hope that like some of the other cores, like I know that there are ways to play like Super NES games and like on like the Ambernick and stuff. Like you can play so many different systems on those. But I really hope that like all the other cores like come to the all the other like.
Was Seabass? Did Seabass Nap see my soccer goal there?
I did see it just now.
He should be very proud.
I would. You play so many Super NES RPGs on the Pocket, I think.
Yeah.
I know that there's other ways to do it. Like I know. But I mean, like I have a Pocket. I don't have one.
Yeah, and just the idea of the FPGA hardware just appeals to us, right? Like.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that there have been a lot of comments and questions on the Mr. video saying like, what does this offer that I can't do with, a Raspberry Pi or whatever? And like, most of the time it's like people like, just a legitimate, like, serious question. And I say, really what it comes down to, if like the idea of, if the idea of like hardware-based emulation, the way that it's working, the ideas of like, oh, the tasks are all working in parallel instead of sequential, as they have to be on like on a software emulator, if the idea of just operating with like no overhead from other tasks, or having complete control over the flow of how the hardware works from top to bottom. Like if the idea of hardware emulation like tickles something in your brain, then it's for you. If it doesn't, then it's not for you. At the end of the day, on a good software emulator, the experience is going to be basically the same. This is true. Yeah. As long as it is a good one, then has correct frame pacing and good controller support and lack of lag and stuff like that. It's functionally you're going to be playing the same game, having basically the same experience. Yeah. So it's does the idea of that hardware approach does that tickle something in your brain and you're like, ooh, I like that. That's interesting to me. I like how this works. Then it's for you. If it's not, then, just like the idea of playing on original hardware, some people, and honestly, I think for a lot of people, the software emulation is the same thing. I think a lot of people just do it because it's free and they can do it on devices they already have. But I think also there's a lot of people who like Drum, for instance. Like he just likes the customization he has over the presentation and the layout and all of the different things he can do through sort of the unified emulator systems. Mm-hmm. Like he likes software emulation.
Into getting that to be like perfect, really.
And he likes software emulation for software emulation's sake. He likes it because of the experience it offers him, not just because, well, it's accessible and it's easy and it's free, right? He likes it because of how he has customized the experience. Customizing emulation in that way doesn't really interest me, but some people that interests them. So, I mean, it's what you're interested in,
Yeah.
All right, well, taking the Wii remote out of the wheel.
Yeah. So we're gonna give this a.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's good.
This one's definitely a
delicious
chicken.
So what do you think? Maybe we got time for two more. What do you think? Or one more?
Yeah.
Your
I
call.
mean, like one or two more. Let's see what the next one is. We'll see how it goes.
I'll maybe pick like a wild card and then like one that I'm pretty confident will be good. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
What's it gonna be? I've crossed the line. I gotta stop. It just you don't like the
delicious
chicken.
Delicious chicken.
Uh-oh, Sandy, you pushed the sensor bar. So I've always heard this is bad. I've never really heard anyone say anything good about it, but how bad could it be? You've played it, I think.
Oh yeah, I've beaten this game.
I've never like really heard anyone say, it's actually not that bad.
It's not bad. No, well the real problem is is that, you know, this, if you say we're gonna watch you play this has like unskippable cutscenes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Have I chosen poorly?
And well, I mean, wait till you see the cutscenes. Like the talking owl, it just goes on and on and on, and you can't skip it. Actually, like it'd be kind of funny.
I'll skip it. I'll skip that pre-titles screen.
This was definitely a letdown at the time. I played with a classic controller.
Oh, really? Like, see, to me, this game seems like Knight seems like primed for like some sort of like good Wii controls. Are these the same characters as the first game?
No. Was it Elliot and who? Elliot and
I don't remember.
Like Claris? Elliot and Claris?
Yeah, something like that. I did the girls' story. Well, I was able to skip that just now.
This is Will and Helen.
Yeah. You think it's William Hatcher?
It could be. I mean, is it Claire? I thought it was like Claris. The music is pretty good in this, but it's nowhere near as good as the original. I mean, I would say that like the music is basically like the only like
the
aspect that's the like I think that comes close to the original.
I don't love the like sudden snap, like when you hit the Z button to center the camera, it's just hard snap. I'm not loving that.
But it was definitely a big disappointment when it came out because I think that a lot of people were really excited about it. You know, this is like the long-awaited Knight sequel, and this is like what we get.
I am Owl. I have lived here since, well, since...
He's like right in my face.
Yeah.
Is this internally developed at Sega, or did someone else do this?
I think Sonic Team did it. Yeah.
Like, something about this doesn't have a Sega look to it to me. I don't know why.
That's because what you people think of as dreams is really this world.
But I'm also not really that familiar with Sonic Team's work from this era, so... This just doesn't really look like Sega.
Yeah, the original Knights is really good. It's good once you realize it's a racing game, essentially.
Yes. You have to accept that fact first. I like how every time the owl beats his wings, like all the feathers on his face like jiggle a little bit.
Yeah. Video game session Knights HD is backwards compatible on Xbox One if you get the 360 version.
Oh, I forgot that's even a thing that exists. Is it pretty good?
Yeah. I mean, I bought it on when I saw that it was backwards compatible. I got it during like one of those backwards compatible sales.
My name is Knights.
But you know, they're all just ports of the PS2 game.
I'm Will.
Anyways.
Will, huh?
I got the Japanese PS2 version, just so I had like some version like
with me,
of that
you
physically.
Can check it out for yourself. Want to give it a shot? Dualize.
Yeah, so Phenonymous says, going back to the Star Fox analogy, this is a game that could have benefited from a simplified, focused gameplay style. And that's true. I mean, they try to put so much other stuff in there that it I mean, I don't even remember like that it has like full levels that are completely different, I think.
Like I always thought that that like the gameplay of Knights was always surprising because like all I knew for the longest time, all I knew was like, oh, it's this super iconic Sega Saturn game. Then you're like, oh, it's kind of a racing game actually, but it's not, but it is, and it's like it's such a weird and simple game to be like one of the iconic games for the system. But then once I like actually, you know, sat down to be like, okay, I'm going to play through this, I'm going to beat it. Like I actually got really into it. Like it is good.
Yeah, once you figure it out, that it's not about as soon as you collect enough, you know, of the shiny things to blow up the.
If a nunchuck is connected, disconnect.
Like those like big machines, like the Nightmare or whatever they're called.
What? I thought it said that you could play with. I thought it said you could play with a nunchuck.
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe you chose only to use that. I think.
I had the nunchuck plugged in.
Oh yeah, that's actually when I got my Knights. That's why I got it with the 3D pad. With the game, I think I got it on eBay for like around $15, like in the early. Actually, no, back in the late 90s, like after the system was done. I wish that it had like a bigger, like a normal case in it. But it's just like
I have no idea why it's very, like it's jumping all over the place for some weird reason.
This only happens with this game.
Yeah.
Just what you needed is another tutorial. Like that would be a video just like on the most invasive tutorials.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll tell you what has pretty invasive tutorials until you turn them off is like those Klonoa remasters.
Which, like, come on, that game does not need tutorials. I guess the beauty of its design.
Yeah, it's a 2-button game. There's no need for that. My life in tutorials. MLiG. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the soundtrack in this is like it's like the only part that like truly feels like it carries the torch.
I mean, what's kind of weird is like, even though this is like 3D and widescreen and stuff, like I feel like it's like actually harder to like see ahead of me. And I mean, the first one's 3D too, but like I feel like it's harder to like see ahead of me and like where I'm going and where like which direction I should be flying and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like it feels like this format should make it easier to see what you're doing.
I see Pack Sonic is talking about the Lawnmower Man on Sega CD. You know, until recently, I totally forgot that they made a Lawnmower Man 2. If you ever get a chance, you should pick up the trailer for it. I forgot they made it.
Oh, you mean a movie, not a second game?
No, oh yeah, it's not. It's a movie. It's not a game. I was just saying. I just recently saw that. Well, I mean, I was reminded that they made a sequel to the movie.
Isn't the first one as it is like considered one of the worst Stephen King adaptations?
Maybe. But, you know, like, I really liked it, but I think I was, like, a good age to see it when it first came out. It has kind of a bleak ending. which is kind of interesting.
Oh, this is awful.
How's Nelly and my kitty? The cat, just for the future reference, my cat's name is Sophia. So my wife and kids were at her parents' Friday and Saturday, so just me and the pets for the weekend, and we had a good time. I took Nelly to Target.
Did you?
Yeah, well, we went to PetSmart first, and we went to PetSmart, and she loves to go to PetSmart.
Oh,
like as any pet should, really. Like it's just super fun. And
I think I took Sadie there one time, and she was really nervous.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She is uncertain about being places that aren't home or my parents' home.
Nellie's like all about it though. She's just like, she always she rides in like the portion of the cart where, like a kid would sit.
Mm-hmm.
I always bring like a little like a blanket and put it in there for her.
Hey, hold it.
Oh.
See that black sea down there?
So, like,
yes,
like,
it's spelled Sophia, and her name. She's named after like the Disney show Sophia the Third. I think at the time when we got her, like my kids are like into that.
But in my mind, she's named after Sophia the Third, or Sophia the Third, the Blaster Master vehicle.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Wait, is that what the show is called? Sophia the Third?
I think it's Sophia the First. Now that I think
about it. Okay, because it's Sophia the Third and Blaster Master, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, so what are the rules anyway for taking dogs into stores like Target? Because like I feel like you so often see people with dogs in like Lowe's and like
people just do it now. Like
they just do it and no one says anything.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally you'll see like no pets allowed.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't even think the Target allows it, but like people just don't pay attention.
Yeah.
To it. And she's like just like in the cart, she's like
Most visitors end up losing their idiot
I don't
on their
know.
way
She
here.
she's really hard to notice because she's so small.
Yeah.
Lowe's is dog friendly. I'm pretty sure that
That's right.
like bigger stores like that they allow.
I do wish that knights would sit.
Yeah, I saw like a huge collie in Lowe's one time. Like, you don't see collies very often, or at least I don't. And I feel like I'm always like shocked at how big they are compared to Shelties. Well, that's probably enough dice.
No, you got to do an actual level.
Oh, I mean, that tutorial seemed very much like a level. Should I try a controller with a nunchuck?
Sure.
Let's see.
Or just
see what happens.
But like we went to PetSmart to like get two things, and she like talks me into getting this a bunch of other stuff.
Nelly talked you into it.
Yeah.
Oh, how did she do that?
And just being like present.
Did you show it to her and she's like, "Yes, I want that"? I mean, of course she wants it. She wants everything that's in it.
And I got her like, she doesn't have a bed down here, so I got her a bed to like be in the basement.
This is Nightopia.
And
Hey, Will, over here.
I don't know, just like I'm excited because like I was talking last week about frisbees, right? Like I was wanting somebody to get frisbee, so I got her a toy that's a frisbee.
Oh yeah, so maybe is Nelly your frisbee partner now?
Yeah.
Does she understand it?
It's like a small frisbee. But it's like padded and stuff. And what's really funny is like she has a really hard time picking it up off the floor because if it's like laying flat, her face is like so flat that like she can't bite it very easily. And when she does, it's like sticking completely against her face.
I don't like how this Bad Knights is not wearing pants.
You're no match for that one. Listen to the old bird boy.
He's wearing pants.
No, his skin color, his face is
made out of
the exact same color as his skin.
What?
I mean, Knights' pants aren't the same color as his face. The villain's pants are the same color as his face, so therefore they are not pants. He is pants? Maybe.
No, it's mystery flavored airheads.
I believe you may be able to neutralize that cage if you can get into the cell and then dualize with.
But it was fun.
I hate how this kid looks.
Really?
Yes, of course.
Do you hate how this kid looks? I hate how this kid looks.
Yeah.
I don't like his eyes especially.
I know. And he's got. I like that he has like his little hook there. He's got his like a little bit of mountain climbing gear in case he needs it.
In case he needs it. Wow, look at this slow walk animation. Like, look at that.
His face has zero emotion. It's like he has like I don't think that's a vest. I think it's like a back brace.
Well, he's walking like he has a back. He's walking like he has a back brace.
I know, that's what I mean. Like that's why that's probably what it is. It's like a back brace, because he can't, so he doesn't bend over or something like that.
You know, I don't like his fanny pack.
I feel bad because they made that. Somebody like they're like, all right, it's good, ship it.
This game, I mean, I don't think the Saturn original is 60 frames per second, but this, I feel like this really should be 60 frames per second.
Oh, and it's not, is it?
No, it's definitely
the first
not.
one was, wasn't it?
I don't know. I thought it wasn't, but I'm not positive, honestly.
I should check it out. It sure is in the chat. It says, "Oh no, this game."
This is better with the nunchuck. Oh, what am I doing? Nope. I forget how this works. If you've like. The goodle on that bird has the key.
The what?
The goodle on that bird has the key.
What's? Oh,
the goodle on that bird.
I thought that was like a part of like a bird's like anatomy or something.
That's what I thought at first too. What are we doing? Oh, good. Did I get the key from the goodle on that bird? I'm unclear if I got the key from the goodle on that bird.
It's like hanging on there.
Yeah, how does this feel worse to control with an analog stick than a Sega Saturn D-pad?
Super Flash RMs. I don't know why they just did that. The screen scrolled up. So I want to make sure that you're not unhidden, or that make sure that you're unhidden. I didn't mean to do that.
Wait, what? What happened?
There was just like I was trying to make this like the spam bot disappear, and the screen scrolled, and I accidentally like hid Super Flash Driver.
Oh.
I think that I unhid them. No, should be good now. Okay, good. Sorry about that. I accidentally hid you on the channel for 10 seconds. The Goodle.
The Goodle on that bird.
I mean, I look at this now and it looks like a good looking game generally.
Yeah, I mean, the inside the gameplay is pretty good, but it doesn't look amazing in the cutscenes, and the kids look really bad. But
Oh yeah, like this looks fine.
Yeah, this looks fine. I wish the frame rate were higher for sure, and I wish the controls were better. The music is good though. Don't rush after the Goodle or it will get away. You need to track its movements. I'm just going to rush after the Goodle.
Get that Goodle.
I'm getting that Goodle.
Get it.
I think it did it.
Travis says, as a diehard fan of Knights, I still won't accept this.
I mean, have you ever
Everyone was
played
so
it?
excited for it at the time. Like people were so excited for it, and then
I mean,
what a letdown.
I mean, there doesn't. I mean, you know, I am certainly no hardcore fan of Knights, but as a as a relatively casual enjoyer of Knights on the Saturn, like I'm not seeing anything offensive this game is doing other than just being not spectacular.
Yeah.
And having worse controls than the Saturn game. But aesthetically, it seems fine. Whoa. What happened there? Oh, I could have got the Goodle on that bird. Oh,
I mean, it's like Kaylee Gamer says, how many sequels better the OG in video games, though? I mean, I think that the problem is that this was finally a sequel, like over 10 years since the first one. And
I mean,
like, it should have just been a lot better than it was.
You know,
it didn't have to be better than the original, but it should have been a lot better than what it ended up being.
I mean, you talk about it a lot though, where you say like you feel that video game sequels, you know, are the second game you feel is often the best.
Yeah, because they can kind of perfect what they wanted to do with that first.
Yeah, I think it's very different from movies, where you know the sequel is very, very rarely better than the original or even as good as the original. Very, very rarely. It happens, but it's rare. But in video games, I feel like good sequels are extremely common. If not the norm, more so than the exception.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. You know, like, has Sonic Team made much of anything like post Dreamcast? that like anyone would consider like a stone cold classic?
That's a darn good question.
Like, I mean, even Dreamcast, I feel like it's questionable. Like, I don't know exactly what all they did on the Dreamcast. Like, I'm not. Was Sonic? No, AM2 was Shenmue, right?
Right.
Sonic Team.
I mean, Sonic Team only like oh, it's like Sonic Team made Puyo Puyo Tetris.
That's pretty great.
Other than that, like that's the only non-Sonic game that they've
This
made.
boss fight seems kind of interesting. It's like almost seems like it's in like a in a pinball sort of. I don't think it is a pinball thing, but it kind of looks like one. Like I like how it's like I like this verticality. Like this actually feels pretty cool.
That background's pretty cool too.
Yeah, this area is actually, I think, really neat. I'm honestly unclear exactly what I'm doing here. Am I just like...
Well, looks like Sonic Team made Feel the Magic XYXX.
Oh yeah, have you ever played that? I haven't.
No.
That was... I mean, it was like a DS launch game, or either that or launch window.
I think it's expensive now.
Is it? Drum had it. I don't know if he still has it, but he used to have it.
If I saw it someplace, I would probably get it.
I don't really look at DS games a lot when I'm like shopping.
Yeah, well, because I mean, I refuse to even entertain the idea of getting just a cartridge only DS.
Absolutely. No chance.
I think that prevents me from even like really looking at them.
Well, I mean, you know, there's plenty of DS games in cases. Where the heck did he go? There it is. Am I supposed to be like smashing into these blocks? Is that what hurts him? I'm time anyway.
The only time they don't give you a tutorial is like when you need it.
Yeah.
Like,
Night
it's
over.
okay, like telling you get that goodle, but like they can't tell you how to damage the boss.
Get that goodle on that bird.
Oh, did you get it? No.
No.
We ran out of time.
Let me pop in one more.
All right. Get that goodle.
Hang on, let me back the box, see what controller it uses. This is going to be good because I'm actually going to get through all of the games that I hope to get through. There were two more on the stack just in case. Well, this is Hudson. I forgot this was Hudson. There were two more on the stack, but I kind of thought they might not work as well in a quick stream. The two that I'm not going to get to are Deadly Creatures and what was the other? Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings, which I got because y'all remind me it has the LucasArts game in it.
Right, but I think it's not a very good version.
Really?
Yeah, I have this too. I think I got this game brand new.
I was always interested in it, and then I just didn't get it. I mean, looking at it, I see this was pretty late Wii. Maybe that had something to do with why I didn't get it. I remember being interested. But yeah, I got it. I've had this for a few years now. I feel like at one point I thought this game was expensive. I don't know if it's expensive now, but it was not expensive when I got it.
So, according to a Zack Attack, this game has a great Goodle mission in it.
Oh yeah.
Goodles are the new rabbits.
Get that Goodle. I remember, like, I want to say people said that this game kind of had like an eco-esque look to it.
Oh, I could see that. This game's like $40 now?
Is it? It was definitely like 20 or less when I got it.
Is Pandora's Tower like expensive now? I got that. That's like one of the what was it? Operation Rainfall.
Yeah. I like all of those games, but I actually think Last Story and I think I like Xenoblade quite a lot, but in some ways I kind of like Last Story is definitely my favorite of the trio. But I might like Pandora's Tower more than Xenoblade. And that's not to say I don't like Xenoblade, but I liked Pandora's Tower more than I thought I would.
But Last Story was your favorite, right?
Easily my favorite. You've still not played it.
Like how long is Last Story? Because I've wanted to play through that for ages. I feel like it's not that long.
I don't think it is. Like it's got to be under 30 hours, I'm sure.
After playing Yakuza 7, like anything under 70 hours feels like
doable.
Nice.
Let me.
Travi is saying it's 8 hours.
What?
Or this game is probably 8 hours. I'm gonna look at how long.
Yeah, you're looking it up.
Yeah, not for this, but for
look up Last Story. It's longer than 8 hours, but.
I mean, for being the last story, you'd think that it'd be a little longer. There's a lot of loose ends they need to cut. Like,
no, because no more stories after that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like literally the last story that needs to wrap up every loose end in every story ever. How long the Beat's saying the main story is 21.5 hours, and that sounds real nice.
Yeah, it's great. That game has like one of the most enjoyable casts of characters I've ever seen in a game.
And you said that a big reason for that is because you got into it and like all the characters already knew each other.
Everyone except like the lead female like comes into the story like early on, so she's like kind of the only newcomer to the party, so everyone just kind of has this like really comfortable sort of way of speaking with each other, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Yeah, because I'd never really played an RPG like that before, where like the party already kind of just existed and they just bounce off of each other in really fun ways. It's really like not just in cutscenes, but also like during gameplay. Yeah, I really liked it.
Did you finish Live Alive or Live Alive?
I'm like in the last chapter.
Oh, cool.
So at least I think it's the last chapter. I'm not sure if there's something else after this chapter, but it's like the one you unlock after you finish all the ones that are available from the start.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also a game that's like, like 20-ish hours.
Rally Lancer, I did really like a Dragon. It was a bit long, but it gets like really emotional at the end. It's pretty intense. My favorite sub story was probably the one that I got the most laughs out of, was the one about the super spicy kimchi that makes people run really fast. Yeah, we generally don't play RPGs on stream because it's really difficult for us to pay attention to the chat and also pay attention to the story.
Yeah.
This is kind of a cool concept.
Yeah. Wait, what am I searching for? Oh, okay.
$2 from Jason saying 3 hours of streaming and no toilet breaks for Try.
Well, that was a toilet break for Sandy.
But Sandy had one.
Yeah, I mean,
and I did.
I would say normally I get through a stream without taking a bathroom break, but sometimes I do.
Do you guys have any console regrets?
Like that we didn't get in time or something like that?
Yeah, I wish I'd gotten the Jaguar before they were $400.
Yeah, I really don't have any console regrets. Like, I mean, you know, I don't have like a 3DO is probably the most notable system I don't have. Whoa.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed by this. I mean, is it just like a platformer? It's just like this is what the whole game is?
I think so. Oh wait, this is
the Jaguar. A Jaguar.
I don't have a Jag. I don't have a 3DO, but I really don't have a lot of interest in the 3DO. Like I mean, not to say that it's, you know, not a good system, but oh, see, that's cool. Like, look how, like, you know, the railing is like what I actually walk on. It, like, you know, it takes some effort to kind of like run up it.
Yeah, this is cool.
I don't know what it means when it says my shadow is heavier. It says it's like 0.2 kilograms heavier.
I can definitely see where the like the ICO comparisons come from. Like it really feels like that. Like especially like the lighting, how it's kind of hazy and bright.
Yeah, overexposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus like actually kind of influenced me for a long time where I mean, and to some extent I might still fight against it a little bit, but I definitely had a tendency to like almost like want to like overexpose like photos and video sometimes because like I really liked the aesthetic of those games, and I like kind of had to, you know, it kind of took a little effort to like convince myself not to.
Let's see how much this is.
I thought you said you had this. I thought you said you got this for like $10 when it was new or something.
Was I talking about something else?
Maybe you were talking about something else, or thought this was a different game than it is. Weren't is there anything over here? Oh, I can move that, but I'll do this. Wasn't there like kind of a sort of conceptually similar game on PS3 called Rain?
Something like that, yeah.
Like, aren't you like invisible except like where like the raindrops fall or something like that?
Right. Where you kind of look like Kevin Bacon and Hollow Man.
Not seen that.
I was talking about Knights, apparently.
Oh.
I think that's how I got that. When
I'm
it was new,
surprised,
I got rid of it and I rebought it. It was $10.
Oh, okay.
My Majin and the Forgotten Kingdom on the PS3. That sounds familiar too. I'm not sure that was like this.
I thought that was like, I thought that was a game where you like, I thought that was the game where like you had like a monster buddy or something. Am I thinking of something else?
Yeah.
Oh, I can move this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you should play Last Story. I mean, it's not that
It's
long.
only
and
20 hours long.
It's really
That
good.
sounds really appealing.
I remember there was like kind of a lot of people were annoyed that like I can't remember if it was like if this was a change like after it left Japan or something, but like there was a lot of controversy over at some point of like it's not exactly like Ease, but like you like point the analog stick like toward the enemies to attack them, and then you just kind of like auto attack in the direction that you're pointing, and people thought that was like too boring or something, and so they added an option where you can attack by like actually hitting a button, but like I felt like I felt like it like that doesn't make any sense, because if you're attacking by like holding the direction, then you're like you're like doing the maximum number of attacks that you can do, whereas you might not be doing the maximum number of attacks per second, per minute, if you're tapping the button. So I think that the normal controls of just like, or at least I think it's the normal controls of just like hold the direction. I'm pretty sure it's a classic controller game. It might be able to use a nunchuck. I forget, but I'm pretty sure I play it with a classic controller. Yeah, I really liked it. Like it like I've not finished Lost Odyssey. Like I've played like the first disc of it, and I need to restart it. I really liked it, but like I just like hit like a difficulty spike, and just kind of fell off of it. But I really liked what I'd played, and you know I think that's a pretty universally loved game by those who have played it. But the first Mistwalker game that I played was Last Story, and like it really solidified for me like Sakaguchi is a good storyteller, because I mean he directed that. I actually don't think he's considered the director of the other Mistwalker games, but he's considered the director of Last Story, and I think he's like kind of considered to have created the concept and was a producer of the other Mistwalker games, but he's considered director of Last Story. And like I had often wondered, like, did Sakaguchi's Final Fantasy games have like great stories because of like the other people surrounded by him? I just, it was not clear to me whether, Sakaguchi's success was, of his own making, right?
Right.
And I feel like Last Story like kind of like solidified like, okay, like, Sakaguchi wasn't just a fluke, like he's actually really talented.
Maybe I'll play that.
You should just do it.
20 hours, like that
sounds so good, right?
That's like such a great length for an RPG, and that just makes it feel like it'll, there's gonna be no downtime. It's just gonna be solid all the way through, basically.
Yeah, like it's one of those games.
No busy work doing things you don't want to do.
And this is a concept I've always enjoyed. It's I guess there is a shadow down there. I've always enjoyed the concept of like an RPG that like mostly takes place around like a single town.
That's okay.
There
was a time like where I would be like, oh, that's really disappointing, but now it feels like every single game basically does that.
Do you think so?
Well, I mean, it's so much work, I think, to render a lot of.
Yeah, that's true. But like I think one of the first games I played like that was Brave Fencer Musashi, and I was like, oh, this is, and that's like a 15-hour game, if that.
Right.
And I mean, a lot more if you want to like collect everything for sure. But like I remember at that time even thinking like, oh, like this is cool. I like how it's like, it has a very focused sort of concept,
Yeah.
I liked that.
So Shura is saying this is a super great game. I designed like 15 logos for this that they never used.
Oh.
I mean, that's.
Did they use is the logo one that you did?
Oh, this isn't that bad. It's like, well, a lot of bids are starting at $25. It's like a $40, $50 game, $40, $50 game. That might be slightly outside. I'll think about that.
I'm not sure where to go next right now, but that's probably enough for today.
Is it just? I wonder if the whole game is just continuous.
Well, I mean, there's definitely load screens, but I wonder. Yeah, I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what would you say is, I mean, almost every game you played is good.
Yeah, I think we definitely hold on, let me grab.
I think we could probably list almost every single game that you played tonight under
delicious
chicken.
Let's see here.
That's good.
Delicious.
Chicken.
There was
good.
Chicken.
There was Attack of the Movies 3D, which seems good, yeah.
Yeah.
Batman Brave and the Bold. Also seems good. I was pretty impressed. You know, the one thing that is kind of a deterrent on it, if anyone cares, the spine is blue.
Oh yeah.
Which is unusual for a Wii game. It looks like actually the front part of the case is cracking a little bit too. All of a sudden, I didn't notice that. There was Donkey Kong Barrel Blast, which is
probably the worst game.
No, Knights was worse than that.
Okay.
Questionable, but inoffensive. Marble Saga Kororinda. That was quite good. I want to get the first one though, because I can see why Joe said that he prefers like the more fluid feel of rolling the marbles around. I wonder if some of the other marbles that you unlock later, like maybe because they all said like easy to control when I was the 3 that I had access to at the start. But this is quite enjoyable. I love marble games. SoulCalibur Legends. Closer to the bottom of what we played today, but it's serviceable enough, I guess. I didn't hate it. Like, definitely some questionable waggle quality in it, and not like the most interesting brawler design, but hey, it's 60 frames per second and looks pretty okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem terrible. ExciteBots, this is probably like the highest like quality game we played tonight, like just in terms of just production value and technical prowess. Like this is a very, very impressive game. Very cool. Knights, I mean, I'm not gonna like bash it hard because I'm not like a hardcore fan of the original or anything, but I like the original. It just seemed seemed weirdly harder to control than the original, which should not be the case, But that's the one that I'm like least excited to like of what we played tonight. And then Lost in Shadow, like that's definitely quite cool. So like mostly a night of winners on the Wii. That was 8 games we tried tonight. So
sorry, Knights, but
you lose.
Everyone else, kick back and.
Oh yeah,
that's good.
Delicious.
Chicken.
Making complete sentences now.
Was that a complete sentence? I'm unsure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Delicious.
Chicken.
There was $2 from Chris Rats who says, already got the Lost in Shadows downloading. Looks cool.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You did it.
But is that going to do it for this week?
I think so.
All right, everybody. Thanks to everybody who donated tonight. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week.
We'll see you next week. And in the meantime, we'll be working on stuff, right?
Yep, of course.
All right.
Oh, tomorrow is August. Dang.
I know. Like I didn't. When I made this, like I just said in the MLiG stream chat, like Chris Frass was like, "Oh, it is Sunday" when I posted I scheduled the stream, and I said, "Yeah, you could have like told me that today was July 25th, and I would have believed you." Like I just like have been super out of sync this month on like what day it even is. All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Take care.